You're listening to the awesome and terrifying Howard Stern.
Evidently. Not as terrifying as G. Gordon Liddy. He's all over the newspaper.
He can't keep his mouth shut. And in fact, he seems to be rallying these people.
Yeah. He made some statement over the weekend. He held some kind of rally, and he said that people should... What did he say now? That something like...
They're coming to get you.
You better not give up your guns.
That's right.
He's really into guns.
Make no mistake about it. They're coming to get you.
Yeah. We're sort of responsible for unleashing G. Gordon Liddy on the world.
That's right. I don't know whether we should be proud or
I am.
embarrassed.
I like G. Gordon Liddy. I mean, he's just a guy with an opinion. I don't know if everyone's all uptight about it. You know, why would you care? You know, he's just out there saying that he loves his guns and he wants to keep them. And he wants, you know...
He wants other people to have theirs, too.
Yeah.
He also loves getting his picture taken.
What? Yeah, he loves getting his picture taken. Yeah, he's so excited. This is the guy who was in jail, you know. He had nothing to do. And then we had him on the radio show a couple of times. He was real good. You know, he came on, and we always enjoyed having him.
He was always up front. You could ask him anything.
Yeah. And then they got him a radio show, and now everyone's all uptight. Any law which infringes upon your right to keep and bear arms, any arms of your choice, is unconstitutional. Just don't obey the damn law. G. Gordon Liddy.
They're coming to take you away, haha.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, man. He's one of those dudes that can pull off shaving his head and not look too bad. You know what I mean?
He did it first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's the original. Michael Jordan followed him right after that. Him and Kareem. Yeah, oh, yeah, G. Gordon's one of the first. So there he is in the paper again, G. Gordon Liddy. Although I don't like how he advocates shooting officers of the law. That's a little too much.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't want everybody doing that.
Yeah, that's a little whacked. But
that's where he goes overboard. That's why I say, you know, you have to look at this and say, was it a mistake to have him on?
Well, I'm sure plenty of people are saying that about us, so I'm sort of lumped in with all that garbage, so what can I say? I better keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, he's let him fight his own battles.
Right. I got my own battles to fight. Got a lot of feet to taste. I got feet to taste.
God don't want me yet.
God don't want me yet. One feet to taste. Hey, I got a letter here from an 18-year-old Catholic school girl with measurements of 34, 28, 34 who wants to be our intern, and I don't see why she shouldn't get an interview.
What does she write?
Well...
No other qualifications?
Been a loyal fan for 8 years. I'm cute, 18-year-old blonde. I included photos. I didn't see these.
Gary kept.
Gary? My measurements are 34, 28, 34.
What cup?
I attend Catholic high school, wear uniforms.
Do we take high school kids?
Well, I think this one's now in college, actually, because I might have held on to this for a while.
She could have.
Hey, do you remember this letter? Catholic school girl.
You must have had that for a real long time.
Yeah, I just kept it in my bag and I never got to it.
No date on that?
2/22/95.
Oh, I can, John's usually supposed to give you the pictures, but I can go look it up again.
Yeah, I never got them.
Okay.
I'd like to see them.
I'll go get them.
Can you get them?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Somebody else takes care of the pictures?
We have a special intern just for pictures. Who keeps track of the intern pictures. You know what I mean?
What an incredible operation we're running here.
Hire her if she still has her Catholic school uniform.
I was going to say, she's probably a mother now.
Yeah.
You waited so long.
I'm more than happy to fulfill any task the show needs. Dedicated to my work. Take full responsibility for all my actions, not like Baba Booey.
Then she can have his job.
Yeah.
Pay her.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. Please call me. Encloses my resume. Look that up.
You want to call her?
Yeah. Sure do.
She actually included a resume after...
Oh, yeah. Find out what she knows.
Being so eloquent in her letter?
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be good. I'd hire her right now just based on that letter.
She seems to be able to write. We don't even have interns who can do that.
It's going to take like 5 minutes to get them.
It's going to take 5 minutes?
Yeah, a little bit less maybe.
You think we should call her?
I think we should call her without the pictures.
How old is she?
18.
Oh, yeah! Jackie complied.
Yeah. Seems like a good intern.
Great resume.
Yeah. even though it's written in crayon.
Is it really?
No, it's typed.
It's typed. There's a couple of crosses.
We get a lot of resumes that aren't even typed.
Really? Handwritten resumes.
I am burning.
I am burning to be.
I have a burning desire to be on the radio show. I will do anything.
Don't you remember Gorilla's letter?
Handwritten. All misspelled.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, we took him.
So why not this girl?
Right.
She seems to have him beat already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was Cleveland? Did you go?
Yes. What do you mean, did I go?
So maybe you're back out.
It was a little tough getting there.
What do you mean?
The plane.
Why?
Because the...
Were you late? Were you late?
Well, I was late. I sat on the highway watching the plane go because there was a huge accident right in front of the airport.
What time did you leave for the airport?
At 5 o'clock when the car got there.
And when was your flight?
6:15.
That's close.
Rush hour.
Right.
Close.
Of course, it's rush hour. It's very
That's
close.
when they told me to be downstairs.
Oh, you don't tell anybody anything?
No.
You go to LaGuardia or Kennedy?
LaGuardia.
Oh, that should have been enough time. That really should have
Kind of a little close.
No, not cutting it close at all. I should have had a half hour at the airport.
Yeah, it should have taken Robin 20 minutes to get there.
Yeah. In rush hour?
Yes.
Well, no, what day of the week was this?
Friday.
Oh, please. Come on. Oh, wait a
With,
second. I thought this was Saturday.
With Hampton's traffic?
Oh, on Friday? You should have left at 3:30.
Yeah, of course.
No, we would have gotten there had it not been for that accident. We
Well,
sat there.
Great.
Well, that accident would have been there anyway. It kept the place all tied
You
up.
left at 3:30, you would have been there.
Yeah, right. Now, they've been sitting in the airport for 5 days.
So what? So what happened? So what time did you get to Cleveland?
Oh, about 9:30.
At night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not so bad.
No, that was the only problem.
And then you went there and you signed your book, Quivers of Life?
Yes. Said hello to all the people of Cleveland. Very nice.
Yeah. Did you explain to them that the traffic jam held you up?
Traffic jam didn't hold me up for them.
Right.
But it rained a little bit on us.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, that was the first time I had a little rain.
Yes.
And I was a little late for the book signing, but
Why?
it was not my fault.
Why? You were there all day. How could you
Look,
not?
here's the deal. They told me to be downstairs.
Yeah.
At I don't know where I am. I don't know
Right.
where the book
They
signing
told you.
is. I don't know how long
Just
it's
go
going
ahead.
to take
They
to get
told you.
there. They told me to be downstairs at 1:30. I was downstairs.
What time is the book signing?
2 o'clock.
Okay.
I was downstairs at 1:30, and then they said, "Oh, what are you going to do about checking out?" And I said, "I don't know. What should I do?" And they said, "Oh, you should check out now," which meant I had to go all the way back upstairs.
So you didn't think about that before you left?
I don't know. Usually what happens is I go to the book signing, and they
There
take
you
me
go.
back to the hotel.
If this were me,
Yeah.
I'd be on a cross.
I know.
I don't have you. That's why I'm not on.
Those
That's
they are
why
e-
I'm late.
Those they are evil people.
That's right. But they tell me what to do.
Right.
Usually the routine is after the book signing, I have a couple of hours to hang out at the hotel.
Right.
So I don't have to check out beforehand.
Who's in charge?
Who's in charge?
Like, who's in charge of telling you these things?
Yeah. Who's they?
Who is
Name
they?
they. Name
They
them.
is Paul at HarperCollins, because he tells everybody else. He doesn't tell me.
Oh.
So they said, "Oh no, the schedule is that you're supposed to go right to the airport from the book signing." I had no idea.
So they is Paul,
Yeah.
and he is supposed to tell you, but he tells everyone else.
He tells everyone
Who is
else.
everyone else?
The escort and the security people and the driver. They all knew. I didn't. So I came downstairs just to go to the book signing, and then I had to go all the way back upstairs, close my bag.
So what time did you get to the book
check
signing?
out. The people in the line say I got there at 2:16. I can't imagine that's possible.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. She had a whole day. In other words, she flew there the night before and had a whole morning and
that's
afternoon.
why I fly there the night before,
to
so
prepare.
they can tell me what I need to do.
And can't you pick up the phone and ask they?
I'm exhausted. 10 o'clock I got there, Howard.
And what about in the morning? What time did you wake up?
I don't wake up. Somebody's banging on my door. I'm exhausted.
Howard, she needs somebody with her to call the guy she's got to ask.
Right.
She's too busy to call the guy.
I didn't say I was busy. I said I was tired.
Ah.
What time did you get up on Saturday? You must have gotten up at some
9
point.
o'clock.
All right. So you were up at 9.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do from 9 until 1:30?
I lay in the bed and moan.
Now, come on. What did you do from 9 to... Did you lay in bed? Did you relax in bed?
I lay in bed and moan.
Come on. Don't be dramatic.
I did.
This
I
isn't
watched
the book.
Street Fighter.
Yeah. All right. So you watched movies from 9 to 1:30.
One movie.
Right.
There's nobody there to tell them what to do.
Oh. This is no excuse.
I don't say it's an excuse. I say that's what happened.
All right. That's better. Now you're cured. Yeah.
I can tell you about our intern. There were no pictures with that. Sometimes people say there are and there aren't.
Well, she said she sent pictures in the previous letter.
Oh, so I wouldn't even know. I'll have to go look it up then. And Tom says no high school interns.
Well, she could be in college by now.
That was February.
Right.
Tom says no high school interns. Why?
Because that's the rule.
Who made the rule?
Tom.
What rule?
And Tom is a moron, so why would we follow any of his rules? Like G. Gordon Liddy says, don't follow the rules.
If Tom comes
There's
into
no law that says you can't have a high school
What do you
intern?
mean? No high school interns. What?
discrimination.
This girl is 18. She has the body of a college student. 34, 24, 34.
She's very advanced.
Yeah. This is not a girl who is really in high school.
And besides all that, look at her resume. Let's get her on merit.
Should I call her and ask her to forward some pictures?
Please.
Because they'll help in the process.
Yeah. Why don't you get her on the phone? Let me give her a personal interview.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, she could be in college, and that would clear this right up.
Right. Tom, we have a rule here, long-standing rule, no high school interns. Oh, yeah? Well, why do you have that rule? He couldn't tell you why.
I don't know.
He would have no answer. He would sit here and go, because that's the way it is. And I go, well, yeah, that's the way what is? It's the way it is.
Where is he? He's right here. He could tell us what.
I don't want to see his face this early in the morning. I really don't. I don't need to.
Why don't you want to see it?
Yeah. It's cute if you're a woman, I guess. To a guy, don't do a thing.
Doesn't do anything for you, huh?
Yeah. I might appoint her your book signing assistant. I might be her
That
intern.
would be helpful because I can't seem to get it together.
Her job will be to make the call to talk to they.
Howard, you know what? I'm not even going to discuss this with you because you have no idea how I feel at this point. You have no idea what I've been through. And so I just tell you what happened. I'm not even going to get into it with you. I don't care what you say.
You know what?
To me.
When I go away on these things, a lot of times, this is just a suggestion, a lot of times I pick up the phone and I call.
I don't care what you do.
And I
You know
go,
what? I don't care what
yes, you do, because you don't know what to do.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
I hear you blaming a lot of people.
Who blames?
You.
I said somebody was supposed to tell me, but they didn't. What can I do? This is what happened.
Sometimes I think about it. Like, I'll be laying in my room and I'll go, gee, I'd like to get out of here at whatever time it is that the book signing is over. And I go,
You anticipate.
Yeah, I'll go, well, maybe I should
You know
check
what?
out.
And sometimes he doesn't.
I don't know. There seems to be a lot of they.
You know what? All I can say is you better just leave me alone.
Why? What would happen?
Because I don't want to be bothered with you and your opinions of what should happen.
If you're
with
bothered,
you and your 5,000 assistants.
but you're late for everything.
With you and your 5,000 assistants, I don't want to hear.
So then
about
get 5,000 assistants.
I don't have time to do that.
Whatever you have to do. I mean, you shouldn't be late for your book signing.
Just screw you and let's go on with the show.
You shouldn't be late.
I just wish I was in that hotel room.
Yeah.
I mean, not in that hotel
Yeah,
lobby.
you do wish
when
you
she
were.
was informed.
No, but
that
you understand
she had to go
something?
back and pack.
But do you understand something?
Oh.
She came there the night before, which was very good.
Yeah.
Very responsible.
I'm
She missed
doing
the plane.
all I can.
No, excuse me. She
Had
missed the
nothing
plane.
to do that whole morning.
You know what?
but-
I'm leaving.
And
You
the
can have
whole
this
morning was
discussion without me.
the whole morning was free. The whole morning was free. She had the whole morning free.
And all of a sudden, it's time to get in the car, go to the book signing, and there was something else to do first.
Yeah. So then after the books, I mean, why wouldn't you get to the book?
She was checking out, right?
Yeah, how about getting to the book signing at noon? She left.
Not only that, I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it earlier. It's like you're supposed to be at the airport for domestic flights 1 hour before takeoff. She was leaving her apartment 1 hour before takeoff.
Yeah, okay, so fine, but that
So
wasn't
that-
the book
she started
signing.
off
So
on
even
the
if she
wrong
ended
foot.
up there late at 9 o'clock.
Bad planning.
But even if so that doesn't
The point
matter.
was, she was in Cleveland with nothing to do except
Yeah.
that book signing.
That was her sole job that morning.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it's time to get in a limo, and
It's not like she has to
she
go
had to
find
turn
a
around and
place.
go back.
Yeah, what's that all about?
I don't know.
What's going on in that organization?
I mean, if you had nothing to do all day in Cleveland, one thing you'd do is find out what you had to do after the book signing.
And there ain't that much.
No, but not even that so much. You would say, well, let's leave for the book signing at, what time?
Right. Where is it? How far?
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time. You might.
I
have
hate
traffic.
to say this, but maybe get there a few minutes early.
Sign a few books early.
Get situated, relax, cup of coffee,
There you go. Chill out a little bit.
Don't have to be so frenzied.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Yeah, what's happening?
All right.
Hey, Robin's pretty well cured.
Yeah.
She had to leave the room because we were discussing her She left the show because we were discussing that she couldn't be on time in Cleveland.
You mean you think she got mad?
Yeah. Well, yeah, she couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, she's very cured.
I hope Ganji's chasing her.
I hope he's got that camera on.
No, the camera was on me.
Why is the camera on you?
Because I was calling this girl to...
No, go interview her and ask her if she's cured.
So, okay, so the girl that wants her internship was on the phone.
Yeah.
We just woke her right out of bed. She's very nervous. I had to really try hard to convince her to come on the phone.
Oh, okay.
But the good news is she's now 19 and she's in college.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
There you go.
I figured by the time I got to the letter, she'd be in college. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi.
What's your first name?
Beth.
Beth. Hi, Beth. Don't be nervous.
How are you?
Very good.
Good.
Now, let me get this straight. You want to be an intern for us?
Oh my God, I would love to.
Yeah, well, we got your letter about a year ago when you were in high school, and I felt that at that time you were very mature. Because your measurements were 34, 24, 34.
Thank you.
In other words, you weren't the typical high school student. Is that correct?
I wrote that when I was a freshman in college.
I see. Oh, you were a freshman in college?
Yeah.
Then why'd you say you were a high school student?
I used to be a high school student, I said. In my letter.
I'm not following this, are you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She wrote in the letter she's a high school student, but she wrote it when she was in college.
Yeah, she only wrote us this letter in February. So that means she was already in her second semester at college.
Yeah, so why did you say you were in high school?
No, I was just telling you that I attended a Catholic high school.
You might have looked at the letter. She might have said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That she spent her whole life in an all-girl Catholic high school.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Oh.
That works.
And you're really hot, huh? I mean, not that matters.
No? Doesn't matter?
Well, not really. I mean, we have a lot of different interns. I mean, some of them are cute, some of them aren't so cute. But, you know, we're always looking for new interns.
Yeah, I'm pretty hot.
Really?
Yeah.
You still have your high school uniform? Could you intern in your Catholic school uniform?
I'd have to quit.
I probably could.
Yeah.
At least take a lot of breaks.
We could probably fire a pig and hire her. Right?
Get rid of that.
Get rid of Gambling Dan.
Some weeding.
Wait, let me get this straight.
Oh my God.
Let me get this straight. You're saying that when you were in high school, now you're in college, you're 34, 24, 34?
Yeah.
And do guys go crazy when they see you?
Not crazy.
Really?
No.
But you're very good looking.
Yeah.
Do you wear a bikini or one piece to the beach?
Bikini.
You wear a bikini?
Yeah.
I would like to have you here.
So much for the job.
Well, I mean, is there any more to ask?
Well, I looked at her resume. Let's be reasonable about it.
Right.
I looked at the resume. She worked, like at a sports center with kids, and she's held some pretty good jobs, she had to show up on time for. I mean, how much can you do when you're in high school? She didn't have a communications background, but she did work some jobs, and she was pretty responsible. So I thought
then what's the beef? I mean, let's hire her on the spot. Can you come in for an interview?
Can you work mornings?
Yes, I can.
Well, I'd say you'd be an excellent candidate.
Well, I'll come down anytime you want me to.
What are you wearing right now?
Right now, shorts and a t-shirt.
Can you wear that to the interview?
Yes, I can.
Can you bring swimwear to the interview?
Yeah, I can bring gear with me.
Excellent.
Can you be here in about 2 hours? Because we have an open day today.
Yeah.
Can you be here by 9?
We need to interview like right now.
Well, I have to go to school today.
Oh.
I have responsibilities.
Oh, you're into that, huh?
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Are you on the Victoria's Secret mailing list?
I don't know. Not anymore.
You're not?
No.
We have stuff to get.
Yeah, we have stuff here if you need it.
We have a whole rack.
We have a whole rack of Victoria's Secret mailing list. I love it.
God, I hope my mom isn't listening to this.
Nah, don't worry about it. We're actually well behaved. Is your mom cute?
No, we won't get into that.
We could have the first mother-daughter internship.
Like the Judds.
Yeah. Did your mom look like the Judds?
No.
That's unbelievable.
So you're 19 now?
Yeah.
It's a very responsible age.
Yeah. That's for some of our best interns are 19.
Wait a second. I hate to break this up, but is anybody worried that Robin has not come back yet?
I don't know what pissed her off, but she was like, she didn't like the idea that we were asking her why she was late for her appearance.
I think more happened I think the more you...
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to promote her book, so I don't know exactly what her problem is.
You don't think there's any chance she's taking a personal day?
I don't know.
Should I go look for her?
Yeah, well, maybe she's composing herself.
Okay.
Maybe she couldn't, maybe it was,
I'm worried about
too much.
I'm worried about her.
Yeah. She'll be all right. She's professional. Like right now, this is not professional, but she will be professional.
This is like what Dan Rather did. He walked out in the middle of a broadcast.
That's true. It's really weird. So let's get back to our intern. No reason to get distracted from that.
Can you do news?
Can I?
Can you do fill in on the news?
All right, I'll be the next Robin. I have her book right here.
Well, do you?
I am a huge fan of you guys.
Well, that's good because we need fans that are here, doing internships. All right, so let me get this straight. You're 19, former Catholic school girl, 34, 24, 34. You wear bikinis to the beach, and you like to be our intern.
Yes, I would.
And who do you look like that's famous?
All right. When I was a kid, people did say I did look like Drew Barrymore.
Ooh.
But, I might have, aged out of that a little bit.
And who do you look like now?
Yeah.
Like those features, sort of.
Like Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
Like dirty blonde hair, brown eyes,
Well,
Whatever.
all right. I say,
Well, wait.
give her an interview.
Well, I
It has
can
to be
come
an
down
interview.
tomorrow.
I would pass on the interview and just hire her right on the spot.
Yeah, it has to be an interview because that's Tom's rules and everybody's rules.
All right. This is kind of the interview. I mean, what she's doing better than Gorilla did. You're not real hairy or anything, are you?
No.
Can you type?
Yeah.
Good.
How many words a minute, okay?
Like 40?
Perfect.
Are you available to work mornings?
Yes.
Oh, there
And
you go.
and you'd have no problem. This is what I ask all interns. You'd have no problem getting transportation here because it is a very early hour.
No.
You'd have to be here at like 5:30 in the morning. You can handle that?
No. Yeah.
And you wouldn't be just coming here just to hang out with Howard. You'd be here to do. You understand that there's work involved.
Yeah.
All right. Huh?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We dig it.
So do I.
All right.
All right. So why don't we?
Hold on. Gary's going to put you on hold and then ask you further questions.
Well, we'll have to have her come down for tomorrow, and then she'll have to meet with.
Can she come down here? Can we do the interview on the air?
Yeah, we can do one of the interviews on the air.
Okay, good.
But she has to be interviewed by someone. But she has to be interviewed by someone else. But we'll
Yeah, there'll be multiple interviews. You're working for free, but you need multiple interviews. It's a very important position. Hold on. Well, it looks like we got a new intern. Unless she's concealing some former conviction or something, although we've had former convicts. There's no reason why that would even hold this up.
There's no pot.
There's no what?
There's no possible downside, it doesn't look like.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me.
Something's up.
So what's with Robin? Is she, left the show or she quit?
She just stewing in the newsroom?
I'd like to know where she's stewing.
Was she getting a lot madder than she was letting on?
I don't know. What happened to Robin? Did she go home?
In there and talk to her?
Yeah.
I said, Robin, how could you dish it out, but then when it goes to you can't take it?
Yeah.
And you just said, John, I'm tired, and I'm very tired, and I wish some people could be in some people's shoes and realize, how it is to be tired.
What?
Wait a minute.
So where is she?
She's in the office. She looks very tired.
And she's not coming back on the air?
She says
she quit the show?
She seems very upset. She says she's working, and she's pulling newswire.
And she quit the show?
Is she in the newsroom? She's in the newsroom right there.
Why don't you hold open the door and have a conversation?
She quit the show? Is that it?
I know. I think
is our teaming up? I mean, is that it? Is it like Abbott and Costello breaking up?
It's Martin and Lewis, man.
Maybe it's that time of month or something.
No. She can handle that.
We're all tired.
Yeah. I had to sit by my pool with my kids all day. I'm exhausted.
Well, it was very uncomfortable. She wasn't yelling at me. She was just very patronizing.
I see.
Just well, John, I'm tired.
The book signing was Saturday, not Sunday, right?
Well, yeah, but maybe it was tiring. You had to fly back.
And sit in traffic.
She only had all day Sunday to recover.
Yeah, but you don't know. You're not in her shoes, in all fairness. That's right.
And you're not tired.
Do you want me to hold the door open or something?
No, I mean, if Robin needs her space, then you got to give it to her. That's her business. That's her business. I can't interfere with that. Sometimes people need space. Lord knows I need some space.
Well, you walk up.
If I walk off, that'll be it. Then that'll be the end of the show. All right, do me a favor. What happened with you? Are we going to get to your tape?
Yes, we're all...
Stuttering John was at the Tonys.
Yeah.
And when are you going to have that ready for us?
It should be ready in like 10 minutes.
I heard you had a major scorer.
Yeah,
at the Tonys.
I think Kathleen Turner was a big one. I've always wanted to interview her.
And did she freak out?
We got to every question.
Really?
Yes.
And she handled it?
Well, she's not a big fan of mine.
She's not?
No.
And she lets you know it?
Yes.
All right. When will we be hearing that?
Her and Gregory Hines are pretty annoyed by me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
but I did what we talked about too.
What did we talk about?
Well, one of the first things I called Kathleen was I called her Kathy, and she didn't like that right from the beginning.
Right. We made up names for everybody.
Yeah.
Just made the names a little bit off.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear that. Well, Stuttering John will have much for us today. He was at the Tony Awards.
Yeah.
Who even knew they were on? Were they televised?
Yeah, they were televised.
I didn't watch
fabulous.
I watched the game. I mean, until I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I thought Indiana might win, but
I thought they were going to do it.
Yeah.
No way.
It's but nobody ever wins when they're away. Is that correct? I mean, Orlando has never lost a game in that stadium with Indiana.
But they won by 25 points.
Did they?
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't stay up and watch the game.
105 to 81. They just totally killed them.
They dominated.
Well, they had to.
But Indiana beat them by 25. The game.
Yeah, but this is the game. But in the 7th game.
Yeah, but this is the 7th game.
Yeah, this is the one that counts. Everyone was saying that Orlando's really young and inexperienced, and they keep winning like this.
Yeah, maybe Reggie was on Ludes.
You want to bet on the championship?
Well, let's see. Who's it going to be? Orlando and Houston. I think Houston's going to win.
Hakeem Olajuwon has been playing so brilliantly.
I say Houston, too.
Yeah.
He's been averaging like 40 points a game or something.
And they seem to just trounce everyone they play.
Yeah.
And Orlando seems to be having a lot of problems.
Because everyone said this was going to be San Antonio's year.
Yeah.
And Houston just trounced them.
So that's the favorite, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe let's get Gambling Dan the coin spread. You know?
Yeah, maybe we'll get Gambling Dan in here in a few minutes. I must take a break.
He's not in today.
Gambling Dan's not here? I must take a break. And obviously Robin has bowed out of the show today. There's always something unusual going on every day on this program.
This is the first time ever she's done this.
I'm very shocked.
I think it's, the book thing was a lot of pressure. And I think
a lot of pressure, a lot of the signings.
Well, just the whole thing, putting the whole book together.
Maybe she ought to, is it?
Did it not?
I mean, I don't know. Is that what she told you?
Well, she said it was a lot of work putting the whole book together.
Right.
And, I guess it's just there's a lot riding on it for her.
Right.
Sell a lot of books.
Well, that's what I was trying to do just now, is sell a lot of books
It's
for her.
important to her.
Right. Well, that's what I was just trying to do by talking about the book.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But what do you think? Is this a collapse for Robin? Is this for the sequel of the book? Is this trying to...
I think she's trying to write it.
Because in the book she says she used to do stuff like this, but she had stopped.
And she also might feel that, we don't really give it to her that much.
Right.
And this has been a reason, we did give her the polygraph.
I wasn't giving her anything. I mean, this is, she was late for the book signing. I want to know why.
She seems very emotional, if I could say that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we'll give her some time to cool down. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. You got an update on Robin's condition? Where is she?
No, I was just getting coffee, and I heard her say that she's fine.
She's okay?
A little too tired to do the show.
She's not doing the show?
No, I just heard her say she was tired.
Oh. She's tired and isn't doing the show?
I didn't catch it all, but she said she wasn't upset. She's just tired.
Oh.
We're all tired.
I'm tired. I would like to not do the show, too.
I saw Robin in the hallway, and she just, everyone was asking her if she was okay. She's very calm. Everyone asked her if she was okay, and she said, I'm just very tired, and I don't want to, and she's back.
Robin, what happened? Did you get so tired you couldn't do the show? That's what I'm hearing. That's what everyone's telling me.
Well,
I don't believe that.
I quite frankly enjoy the interpretation of me that I hear.
I've never seen you this tired.
I am exhausted.
Well, maybe. What happened though?
I couldn't.
You couldn't deal with it?
I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the energy to do that.
I don't think it's a big deal that you were late for the Cleveland book signing appearance.
No, it's not a matter of whether it was a big deal or not. I couldn't, it was 3 people, and usually I have no problem out shouting all of you and all of that stuff. I don't have the energy for it.
But it really wasn't an argument. It was just kind of a cute story that you were late.
It wasn't even about that. But if I wanted to say something, I couldn't make myself heard because I don't have the energy to do it.
I thought you were doing fine, by the way.
About what?
About making yourself heard.
You know what?
Go ahead, come on.
You know what? You can go out and find a fire hydrant and just sit on and swing your legs. Don't give me that patronizing BS.
Well, I thought you were doing just fine. You sound rested now.
I'm not rested.
Maybe I should take a few minutes rest.
Robin, I told all the guys that I thought they were wrong.
Oh, please.
Wrong about what? Asking her about Cleveland?
Don't even Don't even start, mister. I've talked to Robin. She said it was a lot of work putting the book together, blah, blah, blah.
Well, you
blah,
did.
blah,
Isn't that what? Isn't that why you're tired?
No, I'm tired of running around the country.
Here comes.
Right, but that's all part
I
of
worked all during writing the book. Did you ever see me not here, Gary?
No. I'm just saying that the whole thing is a big emotional
I would
experience.
appreciate it if you didn't try to interpret who I am or what I spend 10 seconds talking to Gary 3 times a year, and he knows all about me.
She loves me, doesn't she? She says that I hate her.
Well, someone during the commercial said, hey, maybe Gary should go in and talk to Robin. John and Gary were talking about it, and Gary goes, no, I don't think I'm the right person.
But he certainly can tell you about me on the air.
Okay. Well, he's just trying. He's just trying to figure it all out.
Robin, you've interpreted me many times without getting inside my mind, and I don't mind it.
I have never said why you do something.
Oh, I see.
I'll tell you what you do, what you don't do. I've never said why.
Sincerely, I'm very sorry. I really apologize.
Maybe you should...
I'm being analyzed by Baba Booey.
But maybe if you're tired from the book signings, maybe you shouldn't do them anymore. Maybe you did enough.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm really wearing out here.
Yeah, so stop it already. You did enough promotion. No one can accuse you of not promoting your book. I know I know what's going on here. Now I figured the whole thing out.
You can figure out whatever you want.
So
these are decisions I have made. I didn't realize what a drain it would be.
Tell Judith you don't want to do anymore.
Do it.
Let Judith go out and sign some books.
I gotta go.
Her head's ready to pop off, too.
What? You got to say something, Gary? Come back here. Don't you dare rest.
Well, now you made Gary walk off the show. Gary, you have to take a rest?
No. It's just, I mean, it's really weird. I mean, I really get the impression Robin doesn't like me.
Oh, Paul.
But she doesn't.
I mean, I know she
What do you mean you get the impression? Of course she doesn't like
I know
you.
she likes to goof around, but I think that, I think that she's really
No, you got to understand.
now.
She's irritated when you critique her because
not critique.
you're not
it
on.
wasn't a critique.
There's a certain pecking order.
Right,
to
and
the
I'm on the
show.
bottom.
Right.
No. See, again,
No, that I get.
I'm right here.
I feel better. Thanks,
Ask
Howard.
me.
Go ahead.
It was simply that he was acting as if he had so much personal knowledge of what I'm
But
going
Robin,
through.
isn't that the show? Haven't we all done
Everybody
that
tries to figure everyone out. You know what it is? I think you're just feeling sensitive because you're tired right now. I think that's a legitimate
You
explanation.
know what?
That's
I'm
very
really
possible.
getting tired of your patronizing attitude.
Well, hey, listen, whatever.
Just go on with the show.
Thank you.
This is the show.
This is about the best show I can do right now.
With the show,
You know, I made notes for the show yesterday, and I said, well, first thing up, I'll ask Robin about Cleveland. He'll help sell the book. I didn't know it would be this good.
No.
I thought I was kind of screwing off.
Who knew it before?
Yeah, who knew I could get an hour and a half out of it? I'm not giving it up. Not on your life.
Fine.
Listen, I'm looking to kill 4 hours, and you're about the best topic
I'm
right here.
to kill all of you at
Right.
this point.
Well, then can I make a request since I have to work with you? Maybe you ought to look into stopping all these book signings. If it's really that bad.
What am I, stupid?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
You don't think that has been a consideration for me? First of all, I didn't know I don't even know how I feel anymore.
What happened in Cleveland? You're not telling me something.
Nothing happened in Cleveland.
I don't know. I got to get to the bottom of this. What went on there?
This is it. Do you realize I've had no vacation? Do you remember the last time I had a vacation? You wouldn't, because you're not in my life.
I did not. Listen, you got to manage your time.
The last time was January of 1994.
Yeah.
That was the last time I stopped working.
Well, let me ask you something. If you feel that way about it, why would you continue doing this?
Like I said, I'm a person of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it.
I see. So now are you done with your word?
My word goes up to the end of this month.
Oh. Well, then you better go rest you better rest in the commercials. You can't rest during the show. That's unacceptable. That's absurd. Because being on the show is what makes people interested in the book, so you defeat the whole purpose.
Well, if I wasn't being battered and beaten,
you're too sensitive.
I would have been able to stay here.
I'm telling you.
It wasn't a discussion. It was accusations that were being brought up.
Yeah, well.
I wasn't in here for that, Robin.
I was.
didn't. Look,
Keep that
Gary,
in mind.
just be quiet.
Can I just say something? Remember you said to me when you asked me what I thought of your book, and you said, how come if my perceptions were off, you never told me? And I said, well, because I didn't think you wanted to hear it. So I'm saying that on that conversation, I think you're just exhausted, and I think it was done very lovingly. I don't think it was a harsh critique of your life.
No.
I think you're taking
Wait a minute.
too intensely.
You don't even know what happened. I didn't walk off the show because I was upset about what was being said.
Why did you walk off the show?
I couldn't talk. It was like you all were having a discussion. I couldn't be a part of it anyway. It was too energy consuming.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it's bizarre for me when I'm sitting here and all of a sudden, the person I work with walks off the show. So. And
I'm sorry, but that was part of it. It was like, you don't even understand how tired I am.
Well, I don't think I could.
You didn't ask.
Well,
I was trying to explain, but I couldn't be heard, so I left. I couldn't even take it.
Really? Couldn't take being on the show?
No, I couldn't take not being able to get up to the point where I could be heard and be understood and be a part of the whole thing.
Did you rest yesterday? May I ask?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you did?
Absolutely. What do you think I'm doing? Trying to be tired?
Now, what happened yesterday? What time did you get to bed? What time did you get home from Cleveland?
I got home at around 6:37.
And you went to bed?
Yeah.
And you rested yesterday?
Yeah.
All right. That's what I wanted to know. But maybe you're out at a disco.
Oh, yeah, right. I was doing that when I didn't have a problem.
And what did you do to relax yesterday?
I went to see,
Oh, you went out? All right, listen, I've had enough of it. I'm taking phone calls. Yeah, right. Oh, man.
You don't understand.
All right. I'm going to take some phone calls. Listen,
I went to see Hamlet. I thought it would be nice.
Very good. Rivers of Life is in your bookstore right now. You're going to read about everything. You're going to understand everything.
I'm not going to try to explain that either. You wouldn't understand.
Right. Nobody would. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Hi, I just wanted to let Howard know I was at the book signing on Saturday.
Yes.
In Cleveland.
I don't know that I want to hear any more about the book signing. It's too upsetting.
I don't know. She lied. And nothing happened.
I didn't say anything happened.
Well, no, that's what they're all trying to say, is that something happened.
No, we don't mean did anything happen at the signing. We mean maybe something else happened in Cleveland.
Oh.
That we don't know about.
I just know there was this woman in front of me who was kind of weird that might have set Robin off.
Well, I'm sure dealing with our audience would set anybody off, quite frankly. I've done a few book signings myself.
Yeah, but she did an interview in Cleveland a couple hours before the signing, and she said there's people from all walks of life that come to her book signing, and it's true. They're all there.
Were they there from all walks of life?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were.
Mm-hmm.
The wild side,
what is that?
Everyone.
Sometimes I think when a white woman calls it, it means a lot of black people. And
No, the woman in front of me was very strange. She gave Robin a phoenix.
Oh, yeah?
A symbol of a phoenix, and she didn't even have a book. She said she left her book at home.
Yeah, that always freaks me out, too.
There were people who stood in the line and said, I don't have a book. Could you sign it?
And there's like a million of them right behind the cash register. She's like, no, I left my book at home. I'm like, you're coming to a book signing and you don't bring your book?
Well, whatever.
No, she was very good. She was very gracious, and she smiled the whole way through.
Yep.
But she was 15 minutes late.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have admitted to everything.
It's not that you didn't lie about that. You were not accused of lying. I approached that book signing topic gingerly.
Oh, how?
Gingerly, Robin.
You've approached it. Don't get ginger around me.
Well, I think I better today. No, you know what? As a matter of fact, it does sound kind of weird to say you're tired from a book signing, but I've done those.
No. It's not tired from a book signing. It's the whole
schedule. I've done those, and I remember being pretty wiped out myself.
Yeah,
especially when I had to run off to California and do that one and then get back. It was.
That's it's the plane travel. You get off on Friday, then you're facing getting on a plane, going to another city. You're in a strange place.
Yeah, it's weird. Buffalo, you're on the air.
This isn't exactly the easiest schedule to get through 5 days a week.
Hi, Howard.
Here, Robin.
But I don't want any sympathy from you, because that would be wrong. It wouldn't be you.
No, that ain't me.
As I discovered this morning.
Yeah?
Look at me. I can't even keep my eyes open. My eyes are watering.
Hey, I have the same problem. You didn't ask what I did this weekend. I was sitting poolside yesterday.
All I ever hear is about your weekends, and I always understand.
I was poolside, and, my wife didn't bring out cold drinks. I had to get up and get my own.
I'm going to get you.
So I was pretty wiped out myself.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine that you've had...
I've been on a pretty busy schedule myself.
Somebody said to me in the line in Cleveland, I don't believe the lie detector test. And
I don't
said,
either
why
for a minute.
Not?
Yeah.
And they said, because I don't believe that you were never in love with her.
Oh, I don't believe it for a minute either. That's why they're not admissible in court.
Our fight didn't prove
No, that proves you're back in love with me.
Yep. More than ever.
In fact, I got a lot of faxes about I wouldn't say it was a fight, but you say it wasn't a fight just now. You said it was...
I wasn't fighting with you, but
Right.
everybody else was characterizing it as such, so...
It says, Howard, after all this time, I find it hard to believe you couldn't tell how upset Robin was. Why are you acting so nasty? Here's someone that I was acting nasty, and you're not even accusing me of that. Howard, it says, things are beginning to get very uncomfortable for your beloved listeners. I hate to hear you and Robin fight. Since reading Robin's book, I know she never shows her true feelings, and I hear hate in her voice for you now. She is pissed. You will not be jogging on my face today, I hope.
I would never jog on your face again.
Thank you.
Rollerblading on your face.
Everyone on Madison Avenue better head for the hills today. Robin's in the rag mode this morning. Be very careful, Howard. She might run amok with a meat cleaver or gun down the entire crew like a postal worker. Man, do I have douche chills. Yeesh, calm the frig down, Robin. You know what the problem is, Howard? Robin needs to seriously get laid. That'll make all that...
That could help.
I got to admit, that couldn't hurt. All that craziness will disappear.
That's energizing.
Robin, shut up, sit down, stop kvetching already. No one asked you to write this book. Don't do us any favors if you're going to complain about signing and doing interviews. Well, they got a point. You know, a lot of people out there working 80 hours a week.
I'm really not complaining about that. It's just that it's a number of hours.
This is un-effing-believable. If anyone else from the show were to say they were too tired to do the show as a result of an outside activity, you and Robin, I call her the lottery winner because she is talentless and you keep her with you, would ridicule that person mercilessly. If she's too tired, fire her lottery-winning ass. Uh-oh. See, you see, the audience doesn't always...
Turn on you.
They do. This one says I better be careful biking because Rob might get in a car and run me down.
Cut your brake cable.
And this one says Robin Howard should not have anything to say about book signings. He did not even follow through with his plans to have one on Long Island. See, I was too tired. Long Island has not seen his face since the underpants signing at Roosevelt Field in 1985. Did we do the one out there?
I remember you went out there to do one.
Wow. Please, I'm sorry I did that one. I was too tired for that. One thing about me, when I'm tired, I stay home. Right, Robin?
That's right.
Yes, absolutely. I've been home since 1985.
He's been tired.
That's right. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. Did you hear about that big meeting O.J. had with his lawyers this weekend?
No.
I was reading a little bit about it. I didn't understand it exactly, but they were saying that, you know, it almost sounded like a comedy routine because they had to go in and give him good news and bad news kind of thing.
What's the good news? They found some good news?
Well, the bad news was that, of course, they had to sit him down and say, O.J., your blood is everywhere. It's in the Bronco. It's on the socks. It's on the underpants. It's on the this. It's in your house. It's on the gloves. It's all over the place. So they found good news, though.
What is the good news?
Well, when they were working with all this stuff, they found that O.J.'s cholesterol level is very low. And they told him that, and he was so thrilled.
Well, that must have made him real happy.
Yeah, that made him really happy. All right. Hey, that's a good one. That's from Rory, my manager. Yeah, Jackie went out and got himself a manager.
What is this all about now? What is Jackie doing?
Zooming.
I don't know. I said to Jackie, you got a manager. I got it all figured out. You probably wouldn't sign with the guy. It was probably a big argument because Jackie doesn't want to give 10% over.
He never likes to see any of his money go away.
So Jackie probably said, look, Rory, if you get me some work, I'll give you 10%. But anything that I book on my own, you get 1.2%. Yeah. Anything I book on my own, you still don't get because I earn
He doesn't
that.
get any of that.
Yeah, I don't need you.
The stuff that's already in place, the stuff that he's doing now.
Yeah.
So Rory is there to develop new stuff.
God only knows what Rory... You get me a TV show, fine. Then you'll get your pound of flesh. But I'm not going to give you... I could book my own club dates. Nancy does that. That Rory must be in great shape. Rory gets nothing on my joke tapes. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, you know, because most managers, the way they work it is, look, you're hiring them, they're working, they got to be paid a salary. So they say, look, starting from today, I get 10% of everything you make. Work is still work. I'm up there busting my balls. Hey, Rory. So you don't have to pay Rory your radio salary, do you?
I'm not at liberty to discuss it.
Oh.
Because one of the conditions of Rory not being paid is Jackie not talking about it.
Yeah.
It's a no disclosure contract.
I drive myself to my gig, so drop dead.
Now, can't a manager take a lot more?
Yeah, they can take up to 25%, but that ain't gonna happen.
They can take 50%.
Right.
Really?
They can take whatever percentage they want.
Wow.
It's up to, if you're a sucker, you give it to them.
Yeah.
Right, Jackie, old boy?
Yeah, it's right, old boy.
No one's gonna pull this guy.
Jackie Puppy, how much percentage are you giving Rory?
80%.
But you don't care.
It's made out of water.
So it's mine.
But Jackie, in other words, if Rory got you a TV show, he could get his percentage.
Yeah, you could go to hell in a handbasket.
Right, but he doesn't take it out of your club dates.
Nothing until I'm a superstar.
No, come on. He doesn't get anything from your club dates, does he?
I'm not telling you.
I know, but I know I'm right. Am I not
Has
right?
he taken over that portion of your management?
Full control. He is at the throttle.
No, I'm being serious.
Yeah, I'm not discussing.
Is he in charge of your club dates? Like, I'll tell you what my deal with my agent.
If somebody calls me for a club date, they call him, yes.
Oh, they do? Yeah. So then he does get paid?
Yes.
But couldn't you book that on your... Doesn't Nancy do all that? And can't
Nancy hasn't done that in 7 years.
And can't... But who's been booking them? You?
Yeah.
Well, what is Nancy's part of the business, then?
She's not really doing that anymore. She's now on her own. She's now doing her own thing.
Because I keep hearing about... You know, the computer had to be sent over there because Nancy had work to do.
She organizes, in all seriousness, I've been over to Jokeland, so I can tell you.
Right.
She organizes the joke tapes and makes sure that they're in the right place in the basement.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a major step down
graphic
from
artist.
her.
She works on a computer.
Right. She's a graphic artist.
Singer and a songwriter and has
she doesn't work for anybody but Jackie as a graphic artist, though. She basically does his little flyers.
Yes.
And the little drawing of Jackie smiling.
Right.
Yeah.
And designs all of his, I guess, tape covers and
Jackie so far has been very happy, hasn't fired her.
CD covers and does the catalog, I'm sure.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Puts together those T-shirts.
But she doesn't work for a graphic arts company. I mean, she just works for you. Right. Let's make that clear. When you say she's a graphic artist, that's because you call her one.
But this is like a major step down from her original duties.
Well, you can choose to see it that way. She had to relax some of her duties because she has her own blossoming career.
I see.
Yeah, as a recording artist and actress.
What?
I just relaxed all my duties.
Hey, relax your duty, Jackie Puppet. So Jackie. So anyway, so Jackie got this manager, but
she handles all the business of Half-Hour Rockers and pays the bills and does all that.
I cracked the whip.
She is the president of Half-Hour Rockers.
I gave her like good to give her Williams-Tane's Tigers.
What would be her title?
My wife, my partner.
Ship those tapes and give me a Hummer.
Well, no, is it a corporation? Don't you have officers in a corporation?
Yeah, no, Jackie is chairman of the board, and then she is the president.
Is the president?
She's like my Sherry.
Well, then she doesn't have any title.
She's out of the house. So wait a second.
I haven't seen her in 6 months.
You're telling me that when you got this manager, because you know, now I'm being serious, you can book you're fully capable of negotiating your own price for
I
this.
still see him on the phone just as much as he always was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how people will talk on the phone. You know how weird that is.
But that's when you were doing business, I thought.
Yeah, you don't have...
contrary to popular belief, I do have a few friends, and I do make a few phone calls.
No, but Jack, I don't understand. I'm really trying to be serious.
I know you are.
The manager now will, let's say you're playing Club Benet. He will talk to Club Benet.
You mean June 24th?
Yeah, okay, fine.
How'd that happen?
If they called my office, Eileen would tell them, please call Rory Rosegarten.
Right, and Rory will negotiate your fee.
And he will take the ball from there.
Right. And have you found that your fee has increased since Rory took over?
No, that son of a bitch.
No, seriously. I mean, and what else does Rory do? Like, does he make sure you have water there? I mean, like, does he go with you to the gig?
No brown M&Ms.
He doesn't go with you to the gig.
I want the door.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
I want the door, and I'll count the heads, you bastard. So watch it. Watch it, Dad.
I understand, but he doesn't get part of your radio salary because that's something you already had, right?
I'm not discussing that.
Ow, ow.
That means he doesn't.
What about the rest of the stuff, like when he sells tapes
No.
and
Rory.
You gotta understand something, Rory. No dice. I built that up on my own. That's an outside business. You have nothing to do with it.
You get none of the T-shirts.
I mean, you're looking at a bonanza. There'll be other pies you can stick your fingers in. Those are already baked. They're mine. Radio contract I had to go through hell for. Different pies. You negotiate a new contract, that's one thing. But that's something I do. Yeah, there's no sweat equity here.
Well, how did that all come about? Because Jackie had been...
I'm a hot item, Robin. And
No. You have been avoiding this kind of representation for years. I'm not saying people wouldn't represent you.
necessarily avoid
What made you change?
I'm not sure.
Right.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. You got me on the watcher, and I'm still trying to get even.
He didn't get you on there. They called. All right, very good.
He's a good guy. Oh.
This is a surprise. When did this happen?
You can imagine. I don't know. I just heard about it, but through the grapevine.
Because Jackie would never tell us.
But you could imagine the negotiation.
I wonder, did Rory approach Jackie?
I don't know.
You'll never know.
Why?
I don't tell him.
Did Rory ask you, or did you ask Rory?
I don't even remember.
Oh, yes, you did.
We discussed it for years. I've known him for about 10 years.
And Jackie had some lawyer for a while.
He did?
Yeah. Now you don't need
I have a lawyer.
Oh, you still have the lawyer?
Yeah.
So you have a whole management team. You have a lawyer and.
I'm trying to play the game a little bit,
Right.
as odd as
Good.
that is in this situation.
No, Jackie, you have really been avoiding.
I'm going to leave the room if you don't take it easy.
All I'm doing is asking
All we did was
questions
ask you why you were late, and you walked
Everybody
out
else
crying.
is piling
You want
on
to pry
me.
into my goddamn
I wasn't
contract,
crying.
my life, my wife, my manager. We asked you why you were late, and you ran out crying.
Yeah,
so shut up.
right. It happened to be a second day, that's all. Every other day I'm right here hanging in
had
with
to
you.
sign 3 autographs over the whole weekend.
Right, yeah.
My life! Your freaking life.
I'm simply asking you questions. You have,
time's
that's
up.
my job.
And 10
He says he can't take it.
I'm
Bob.
here to do my job.
He feels you're too rough on him.
I don't care. He can walk out then.
Walk in his shoes, really. That doesn't shoes. You don't even want to get your feet in the air. You wouldn't even have toenails.
That's right.
All right.
You can't get into those shoes.
All right. Maybe Jackie has been feeling a little pressure lately.
I'm kidding. Ask all you want. I just wanted to break up balls a little bit because it's so much fun.
All right.
That's all.
The wicked witch is nothing.
Yeah, right. I'll be back tomorrow. As soon as I get some sleep, I'll be back.
No,
Of course.
Rory told me to attack you.
Does he advise you on your
Yes.
participation in the show?
That's the only thing he's advised me. He says, F with Robin, or you can...
Turn the tables on her, buddy.
All right. Robin. Let's get to the news. Obviously, Jackie has got a little temperamental over there.
I guess so.
Can't
Can't
handle
talk
it.
to you never
talk to anybody.
Talk to him about that
No.
representation situation.
Very.
I told you everything you need to know.
Sorry.
I told you everything.
Yeah. Oh no, you haven't. But I'll finally find out.
We'll let it go.
It'll happen.
All right, let's get to the.
Let's get to the news. And at some point, I want to talk about Larry King, but somewhere within the newscast.
You know what? I gave you that article. Why can't you talk about it now?
Well, I was thinking maybe there's some more important stories.
Well, there are, but still, before we start the news, why don't you do that?
Well,
Because you
believe it or
can't
not,
find it?
no, I'm actually, please don't make fun of me. I had a very bad weekend, no kidding around now. I'm a little tired too, you know what I mean? I don't mean to,
do you need another copy?
no, I got it right here. I got it right here. I had something
Notice,
terrible.
Jackie, I'm still doing my job. What'd you bring into work today?
Exactly. All right, here we go.
Tired or not?
She's here at least.
I'm working.
Thank you. Robin, a lot of people concerned about your well-being. I heard from many people yesterday. People think you whacked out again. I told them, no, you were just tired. No problem.
Tom even bought me flowers today.
Yeah. Says, Howard, I hope Robin's okay this morning. It was so great when Robin stormed off yesterday. She made less sense than Elephant Boy ever could. I bet she has a voodoo doll that looks like you and spent the entire rest of her day stabbing the eyes and crotch areas out with razor-sharp Ginsu knives for her therapy. Rollerblading on your face just wouldn't be enough. And Robin claims to be cured? Hoo-ha. You know what this is all about, don't you, King? It's not the result of all the travel and book signings. That's nothing. It's the result of too many cats and not enough penis in Robin's life. She needs somebody to satisfy her needy kloogie. I would love to. By the way, this listener writes, well, I hope you're fine now, Robin, my big-chested chocolate queen of all madness. I mean media. And all that anger has finally filtered out of your system. For a minute there, Robin reminded me of Fred when you wanted to get into that secret bag of his. Man, that was scary. Fred's bag o' tricks is locked up tighter than the Iron Curtain ever was. Robin's getting scarier than Fred now. At least he's been dormant for a while.
He knows Fred will come back.
Yes. Says, God, I love the show. There's nonstop ball busting amongst the crew. That's priceless. And the funniest thing about the entire episode is that Jackie's in heaven when anybody else, especially Robin, is getting ripped a new orifice. Just as long as he's not the object of the ball bustathon.
There you go.
He's as happy as those clams in the garbage pail on the 4th of July barbecue. You know there's an ear-to-ear grin on Jackie's face, loving every second of it. E-show, shme-show. You don't need cable to see that.
You see it right through your radio.
He just thrives on other crew members' misery, just like the fungus that ate his toenails. It's so great. God, do I love the freaking show. Oh, king of all Polacks. P.S. I'm a Polak that loves Jackie Jokeman Marlo Sirianni. Pussy whipped or not, God help me. But I think he's so funny. So there. And Robin's far from cured. She's got a long way to go. Personally, I think there's no cure for what ails Robin. But we can all search and hope for one. Maybe hold a telethon for her or something. Well, this guy obviously feels you're not cured, but
I like the telethon idea.
Yeah, you'll take that, right?
As long as you give me all the money.
Well, listen, for those of you who don't understand, Robin is under a lot of pressure.
No. Don't.
Well, let me explain to you, please.
Tired.
I know.
Yesterday.
She is under a lot of pressure on the show.
No, I'm not under a lot of pressure.
Please, allow me, Rob. A lot of the listeners don't understand.
You to tell the truth.
I had to explain away a lot of the behavior yesterday.
Who'd you explain it to? So I can correct you.
At least 50 people.
I have to call them now and correct you.
And so this gives me an opportunity to address them all at once and get rid of all of the naysayers who say that you're not cured. Robin is cured. She wants everyone to know that.
No. You want them to know.
You just haven't walked in her shoes. May I say that? Thank you. Here's another fact. Howard, what's up with everybody, man? Gary refuses to dress as a professional producer should. Robin's so tired and stressed out that she walks out of the studio yesterday. Jackie gets all defensive and bent out of shape when you attempt to discuss his manager. What's the deal? They want to know. Well,
what is the deal?
Too much fame. Too much fame. I got in a big argument with somebody yesterday. I said Robin is cured, and she tells me it. I believe it. And then the guy said, Howard, and this is in dead face. He said this: AIDS will be cured before Robin. So there you go.
They've got a lot of faith in me.
Right. And this guy's read your book 3 times and still doesn't believe that you're cured.
Backwards, forwards, and upside down.
Absolutely. Well, hey, listen, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, Robin.
I don't know why I can't have a momentary
lapse.
Yeah, you know.
Well, what can I say? The audience is not.
In
as
how
forgiving.
many years?
Well,
everybody was watching my every move yesterday.
Well, you know, I'm always watching your every move. That's one lapse. That's all. Listen, this guy Hinckley who shot Reagan had 1 lapse, and now they lock him up for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? It's not fair.
Everything's relative.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
You can't have that big a lapse.
Let's not concentrate on it too much. Otherwise, I'll run out of the room. Hey, Robin...
You know what was funny to me? The E-show guys were trying to follow me around after I walked out, and they were afraid.
Yeah, well, of course.
They were afraid to come near me.
Of course.
They kept coming in with guards.
You're volatile. The guys did make a good point, though, afterwards when they said, if Gary came in here and started screaming that he was too tired because he had to do, appearances and stuff, you would be all over him. You would goof on him.
Gary has actually taken time off. Gary has been to his appearance and then taken time off from this show.
That you don't like.
That is when he gets into trouble.
Right.
And he comes in sick when he does it.
I see. All right.
Here,
There's the
and I'm
difference.
working very hard.
That's way off.
When have I ever taken time off from the show, Miss Quiver?
He comes in with a sore throat, he gets ringing.
But when have I ever taken time off from the show?
I have remembered times where you have been at an appearance on the weekend and then called in sick, like on a Tuesday. You make it in on a Monday.
At least I was physically ill, not making stuff up.
Yes. Oh, making stuff up.
I'm tired.
I'm
tired. You need iron in your diet.
You're right. I need some Geritol.
But I mean, now that everything's back to normal, we do all admit that was a little, strange, right?
No.
But you've never done anything like that.
I won't won't admit it's strange.
In her second book, she'll admit it.
Good, because everyone else around you will for you.
Well, that's what your interview will be next time when I'm writing a book.
All right, I don't want to talk about Robin's bizarre behavior, all right? Leave me alone. Now, that's between you and your therapist.
What therapist?
Oh, is that gone too?
I don't have a therapist.
Listen, I got news for you. You might want to go for a, what is it, a checkup.
Tune-up.
Tune-up.
It's time for that 60,000-mile checkup.
But anyway, I have to take a break, and we should do the news next. We have plenty to do, so let's do the news and get the hell out of here.
I'm tired of this.
All right.
What a crew.
What a crew. Thanks for the help.
It wouldn't even work to have him sit over there and try to read the commercials. He'd have to also be in the corner making all of his noises.
And do something original. Robin walked off the show. Now he's walking off the show. Fred walked off the show during the commercial.
He's just a copycat.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you want to see what we look like, you tune into the E! Show tonight. Mr. Blackwell's on Up Close and Personal, Part 1. It's everything you've always wanted to know about the infamous Blackwell. You got to see him. When he's talking about getting molested as a young boy.
There's nothing like it, huh?
And then when you learn how he sold his body for food. And then you hear about sex with Cary Grant and other glamorous celebrities. Watch Jackie's face as he vomits into a paper bag.
Tyrone Power.
Tyrone Power. He was glorious. He was absolutely glorious.
Oh, yes. Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
I did that because I was playing the game.
Right. Yeah. I've been playing the game, but not like that, man. Yeah. How come, like... Well, never mind.
But I loved women, too.
Sure you did. All right, anyway, so tune in for that. And by the way, I just got a fax. I got to tell you something. Again, my life is never simple.
What?
Okay. Comments. Howard, thought you might like to know that Continental Cablevision of Lake County, Ohio, Cleveland. As you know, we just added about 335,000 cable families with E. Let's see. Continental Cablevision of Lake County, Ohio, Cleveland has recently started blocking out the screen with cable info at the same time that Howard show is supposed to air. Everything else on E has remained the same. No info that I know of has been released, so I'm not really sure why, but I'm sure we can all guess. This is from Anne Marie in Cleveland. I don't know if this is true or not. I mean, it's just the
facts. We
facts.
have to look into that, but...
But how retarded would that be? What is on the TV show that they object to?
I don't know.
So they black out our show on E. Isn't that great? Adults on cable, no less. This is cable, a subscription cable. Do you understand what cable is? This is subscription. It's not even government regulated in terms of content. You could put on whatever you want. You could have turtles having sex.
I bet you they don't know what the hell else is going on any of those other cable channels.
Right.
They know you.
They know me. They know me.
You could be doing a religious show for all they know, but they know Howard Stern, they just block it out.
It's amazing. Robin came up with a pretty good theory during the commercials why I am the target of all this. I buy into it. It's as good as explanation as I've heard. That the government and all these small-minded people go after me. Why don't they go after, why don't they block out Rolanda? Why don't they block out Ricky Lake? Why don't they block out Donahue or these shows when men strip or women take off and go into thongs? Why don't they block it out? Why doesn't the FCC go after Rolanda when they use the T word referring to women's breasts? Well, the reason they go after me and they don't go after these other people, this is Robin's theory, and if I'm wrong, you stop me.
All right.
But the reason they go after me and not these other people is that I'm an easy target. I'm not, listen, you go after me, no one's going to ridicule you. You go after Donahue, he's got big money behind him, he's got a big organization behind him, and the FCC and the government and everyone else will look foolish going after him. There'll be in a big uproar, everyone will come down on the side of Donahue. They figure if you go after me, no one's going to come down on my side. Fellow broadcasters will be thrilled. They don't want me on the air. And it'll get the rest of them in line. So you go after me, you're not ridiculed. The FCC has never been ridiculed for going after me.
No, nobody's ever said a word about it.
Listen, Donahue has used language the same as I have. But why have they never gone after him? Because they would be ridiculed. So they go after me because, A, it gets everyone else in line. No one will really hold them up to a spotlight for going after me. And my name is big enough that it will, get the message out to all the smaller broadcasters.
That's right. It shows that the FCC has power without really exercising their power against the powerful.
Yeah. They don't really go after, anybody. Yeah. They won't even go after Rupert Murdoch. I like Rupert Murdoch. I met the guy. He's cool. But, hey, Rupert Murdoch lied. He lied to the government.
And he broke them.
Yeah. But they said, okay, so what?
Yeah.
He said that in order to be, you can't have more than 20% foreign ownership.
Of media companies in America. Television stations.
Yeah. And he said, that's all I have. And then it turned out that there was 25% or 30%. But the FCC overlooks it. Now, why don't they overlook my situation? Because, hey, I'm a buffoon. I'm easy. You're going after a buffoon. No one will make too big a stink. That's all it is. So it's like real weird. And then like I see in Cleveland. Out of all the shows on that Cleveland cable system.
I don't guess they get CNBC's Real Sex or anything like that. They don't block that out, do they?
No. They don't get the Richard Bay show when he's got girls in thongs every day, do they? Probably do.
But that Real Sex show, they're graphically talking about sex acts, and that's all they do.
Yeah, and that's on at 10 o'clock at night.
That's what they're going to be doing every night.
Right. Our show's on at 11. It's late night hour. The kids are in bed, and we're not really even doing anything that dirty. We're not.
We're not doing anything dirty.
I know.
We just talk.
I don't know what it is, man, but like this cable system in Cleveland, Cablevision of Lake County, Ohio, and again, Continental Cablevision of Lake County, Ohio. Again, I don't have confirmation that this is true, but I would guess that it is.
It isn't the first time something like this has happened to us.
Yeah. And what is their rationale? What is their reason? And if it is true, you should call them and say, what are you treating us like? Imbeciles? The only thing we want to see is the Howard Stern show. Why would you add it and then take off the thing that we want to see? How dare you? This is cable. There's all over the country, people are watching this show. How come we can't see it? What are we, morons? What are we, stupid? It's so infuriating. What do you think, Fred? Fred has walked off the show?
Fred has left. I don't know what got into him today.
Well, Fred better get in here and play the commercials when I need him, because if he doesn't, that he has proved to me he is worthless.
What is he doing?
He better think long and hard about it. Because I will look for a replacement immediately. Unless I don't know about some offer he's got somewhere.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty confident, isn't he?
He sure is. Pretty cocky for a guy with no offers on the table.
He won the Powerball.
Well, that's right. He's got a band. He plays Club Benet. I guess that'll feed him. To replace Fred, I need a finger. All right. Is he high? Tell him to get in here and do his job. Get in here, boy. Well, anyway. That's that. That's my little tirade on Cleveland. What's in the news, Robin?
Yeah, I guess we'll just keep going.
Well, it's the mystery of Fred. If he's not here, I can't play commercials, and that doesn't bother me. I'll go home if the commercials aren't played. He'll have Tom Chiasano to deal with.
There you go.
That's right.
Yesterday, Howard, it was 2 jurors down at the O.J. Simpson trial. That means there's just 2 jurors who are going to be left in the jury pool of alternates. And nobody believes that we can get through this entire case without winding up with less than 12 jurors at the rate that they've been falling off. Yesterday, 2 people were dismissed. Then there was a whole big confab because the defense attorneys objected to the dismissal of a black male juror.
Wonder why?
Because he was black.
Right.
They like every black person that's on this jury, I suppose.
How the prosecution could go to a place and have an all-black jury. Look what's going on with this jury.
I was looking. They have this little chart in the New York Times today.
Yeah.
Showing the composition of the jury.
What is it, Gary? What are you doing here?
Well, Fred left, so...
He actually left the building.
He left, so
He left the building?
Yes, he left. They saw him get in the elevator.
I took the elevator out with him. He had his jacket in his bag, and he's gone.
Yeah, well, he thinks no, he doesn't take it serious. He thinks he's being funny. But I am not playing any more commercials.
Well, luckily,
what?
Luckily, there's no more left to play.
Oh, that's not true.
I asked him if he was coming back tomorrow. He said he didn't know.
He didn't know, really?
Yeah.
He's full of it. He'll be right back.
What is wrong with
He had
him?
his bag, and he was walking home.
Well, hey, that's his decision. It's too bad. I really liked working with the guy, but I guess I'll have to find someone else. Call Cronin up. Tell him he has a job.
Oh, my goodness.
He was laughing on the way down, too.
He was laughing?
Yeah.
And this is Fred's joke.
Yeah, this is Fred's joke.
Yeah, except it's not funny that he's not coming back.
I said
It's funny that he left.
I said to him, I said,
It would have been funny if he left for a minute.
And
I
came
said,
back.
no, this is a joke, right? You have to leave early today? He goes, no. He told me to go, so I left.
12 years, finally, he wrote a joke.
Like an Andy Kaufman joke.
Yeah, right. This Fred's into a whole new performance art thing.
He's making noise during the commercials. Howard goofed on him. He got insulted. He left.
No, I said to him, leave.
He said, you do it, if not leave, or something like that. And he goes,
No, I was doing my parody of Robin
parody of
yesterday.
me. He was saying, I'm tired, and da-da-da-da-da.
I said, if you're tired, then leave.
You don't think he's listening to this in another room?
I don't care what he's doing, but I'll tell you one thing. If those commercials aren't played when I call for him, he can go look for a job.
Oh, my goodness.
That's all. But he obviously has job security, that he can walk out on his job. He has another offer, I guess. So he's lucky.
He has something waiting for him.
He's got a cushy job like this waiting for him somewhere. Oh, good. That's good.
No, there's no Fred out there at the door.
Tom, you can cancel that paycheck to Fred's house.
Well, if I can interrupt, it would be a nice time to take a break.
I'm not taking any breaks. Fred's job.
Oh, I see. Okay.
If he isn't here to perform it, then money will be lost by the station.
But this isn't my fault, right?
No, it is not your fault.
For once,
All right. For once, it is not your fault. So, Fred made his point. If he's not here, he can't perform his job. Well, there you go. Very smart.
Hey, Howard?
Yes?
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
I think Fred left his bag here.
Really?
No, he took it. I saw him. He grabbed it.
Okay.
That's his food bag.
That's a food bag.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What's in there? Let's see.
There's some yogurt and some Fig Newtons and a Power Bar.
He had his bag.
I'll take the Power Bar.
Okay.
What?
I'll take
The record, I'd just like to say it was Gary and Gary alone that looked in that bag.
Right.
Here you go.
Power Bar. I'll eat that.
Oh, dear.
Jesus.
For optimum performance. She hasn't performed optimally in the last... I'd say that's false advertising.
What, the Power Bar?
Power Bar for optimum performance.
He obviously doesn't eat that during the show.
Right. Let's see what this tastes like.
It sounds great.
No, I'm eating the paper.
That's the paper. He's opening it.
I thought that was the bar.
As long as he's not here. You gotta be powerful just to open this stupid thing. This is the crap Fred eats? This is like Turkish taffy.
Is it good?
Oh, it's delicious.
Well, that's Fred's brain food.
Taste this, Jackie.
Oh, no.
Afraid?
I'm afraid.
He won't touch anything, Fred.
You won't?
He's afraid Fred will retaliate.
Look what Fred's eating.
What is it?
It's called a Power Bar. It's for Fred's energy, so he'll act optimally.
What is it, nuts and chocolate?
No, it's like a... Yeah. I don't know. You can't do anything, do you?
Oh, that looks horrible.
Yeah, we tasted it. It's good.
How did you get it open?
I don't know. You got to be very strong.
This is like Turkish taffy, remember that?
Yeah, isn't that good?
Oh.
Robin, you got to try this. Well, you see what Fred's having a little party over there with his yogurt and his
I don't know
Power Bar.
how he could leave. He's having such a good time. He's always got food.
Oh, he's got it made.
He's, running his own little sideshow where he talks to you while you're not talking to him.
I know.
He's having a party. How could he get upset?
You like that, Gary?
No.
I like it.
I'm looking for a place to spit it out.
Really?
Now we're rolling on it.
Oh.
Let's see. Looks chocolatey.
Here.
I like it.
It's a little melted. How long has Fred had this?
I don't know. Probably poisoned it.
Do you want yogurt or Fig Newtons?
Taste that. Anybody want some Fig Newtons?
Awesome figure.
All right.
Yeah, give me the gorilla. How much do they go to waste? How is that?
Pretty good.
It's good, right? Yeah, you like that.
He doesn't go postal, man.
You know what? We ought to put it back in the bag just like
Yeah. Just take like 1 or 2 Fig Newtons and throw them back in the bag.
Just mess up everything.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. 1 Fig Newton, and these 2 go back in the bag.
Anybody want some yogurt?
Yeah, let's crack open the yogurt too. Is it
Take a bite of it and then just throw it back in there.
And we can say, Fred, here, you left your bag yesterday.
Yeah, take that power bar and throw it back in the bag.
I'm going to throw it in right just like this with all these gnaw marks in it.
It's so obvious because I did the same thing yesterday, and you said the same thing to me, and I got up and walked to the door and walked back. I mean, it was
it's an
Fred
obvious
had
joke.
to take it the other,
Yeah.
I didn't really walk out. You didn't really walk out.
Fred really had to walk
I thought he was going to the bathroom.
Well, wait till Tom sees that no commercials were played. Oh,
I think this power bar is chewed up.
Yeah.
I think we should call him or something.
I'm not calling him.
Why
should I call him? I didn't walk out.
Well, I think Tom thinks we're playing these spots.
Oh, I'm not playing any spots. That's Fred's job.
Everybody's revolting.
Fred will cost the company about, I'd say about $3-4 grand right. No, 3-4, probably about $20 grand right there in that one break.
God, you got.
Figure it out.
Look at this. Tom's
Hey, Tom.
already counted
Go
it
ahead,
up.
man. You count up how much money you're losing, right? Because of Fred.
That's why Gary's here. Gary can run the board great. You only
No, that's Fred's job. Wait a second. How much money will you lose? Tell
I got it
everyone.
right here. You ready?
1,500.
500. That's 2,000. 2,500. 3,000. 3,500. I'm going to say about 5 to 7,000.
You're a little low on the live commercial.
Yeah, I might be right. Yeah, I might be right.
I say he's going to cost the company minimum $10 grand.
Howard, this ain't funny.
I know. That's why Fred has to be punished.
What are you going to do to him?
What am I going to do?
Yeah. You're the boss.
Gary run the spots.
No. What are you going to do to Fred?
Are you going to dock him?
What is it, Stuttering John?
Make him show up to the boat party.
Everybody's calling for Fred's job.
I know. Who wouldn't? Yeah, he left. He walked out on his job. He cost the company $10 grand.
Can I speak in his defense?
Oh, that'll be good.
Oh, yeah, Jackie. Yeah, go ahead, Jackie.
You.
I didn't say I was good. I was just asking.
No.
What is it, Gorilla?
Someone just called and says he's in front of the building. Should we go down and check?
I don't care where he is. If he doesn't play those spots, he might as well keep going. And, let me see.
You know what? He might as well get a cardboard box.
His wife's an actress. She'll support them. All right, very good. He can go wherever he wants, the boy. That's okay with me. He's obviously sick of his job. That's all. All right, continue with the news.
Somebody ought
Robin,
to write out Fred a sign.
Yeah.
Hungry. Food.
Hey, listen, Robin, congratulations on Quivers of Life, your hit book.
Thank you.
And you will be making some more book signing appearances, despite the fact that you will be tired. You'll carry on.
Didn't I recover well today?
You sure did.
You didn't even say, hey, I'm back to normal
You're
today.
perkier than ever.
It just takes me a couple of days to recover.
I applaud you and your shrink. And where will you be appearing next?
Oh, I'm going to be doing a Sally Jesse Raphael. I don't know when it will appear on TV, but I'm
yes. Yeah, I think that's going to exhaust you.
Week.
Don't go crazy over there.
Wear red glasses.
Start resting now. When will you be
John
taping?
did ask me to do something. I said, John, I don't think I can because I have to rest.
When will you be taping the Sally Jesse Raphael?
Thursday.
This Thursday? Yeah. So if fans can get tickets, they can go see you there?
I don't know how that works, but that's when I'm taping.
All right, so that's the next big promotional item on your schedule,
that's
is that right?
on the agenda. Yeah, that's what I'm working on now.
Not such good news for Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
Hey.
No shows asking him on. But he does have that same CD or cassette, which is so funny, 350 filthy jokes.
I don't know why they continue to ignore Jackie.
I know. You think,
hey, wanted to have me on that show? I made in my pants once.
We talk about people who made in their pants and smoke pot and drink a lot. And their wives don't like it. Oh. Has Sally Jesse Raphael been warned that you might be a little late to the
stop that.
to the show?
No.
Where'd you get such an idea?
The opening music, Robin's still not there.
I want to inform my audience, Robin Quivers is going to be on this show. She'll be here any minute.
The band does the vamp for 20 minutes.
What band? Why don't you watch a few shows?
You will be on time, right?
Of course.
That's all over with.
Leaving right from here.
They will tell you when to be there. I hope.
They have already spoken.
Thank you. Jackie Joke Man, 1-800-323-KING if you want to order his funny CD cassette. He's not as lucky as you, Robin. Your book is in the stores. His has to go through a phone number. Saturday night, June 24th, Jackie goes to Historic Club Benet in Sayreville, New Jersey. For Jokes and Jokeland's internet address, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service.
That's right.
I don't believe I'll read your next plug. He's not here.
I apologize for not playing anybody's music, but I can't find it.
Well, Fred should be here to do his job, and I know that Tom is a little bit more than miffed. Go ahead. To order a signed copy of Stuttering John CD, call 201-942.
In fact,
Ouch.
before Fred can report to work tomorrow, doesn't he have to see Tom?
Yeah.
Very good.
Go ahead. Don't miss Steve the Gorilla hosting the grand opening of Rockin' Jocks Bar and Grill on 4th Avenue in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn this Thursday, June 8th at 9 p.m. Jet Yasmin Bleeth CD-ROM movie, Maximum Surge, which will be out in July. If you're planning a wedding or party, you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineers Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Hey, I got a deep voice today, huh, man? Yeah, listen to that. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. All right, you want to do something for television right now? Want to do something for the E-Show? All right, let's do something for the E-Show. You got to see... Ralph went and got a haircut yesterday. Got to see it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay, Ralph, come on in.
Oh, no.
Take the seat of honor.
No, this isn't one of those.
No, he didn't get it all shaved off.
Well, let's do it in a dramatic way. Don't just rip your hat off.
How's he going to do this?
What happened, douche? You went over to Fabian?
I was supposed to say Fabian.
And what did he do to you?
Lots of stuff.
He doesn't have some
shaved
weird
my head
color
a
or
little.
something.
Yeah.
No, it's not a color.
No, this is an attitude. All right, let's show your head. Here's Ralph. This is for the E-Show. Obviously, those of you at home.
Oh, my God.
Look at the look on Robin's face.
You know what? Now he's Kato.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Robin
not a
can't
weird
even talk.
color. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you can still see his original color underneath.
Well, that's, that makes it hip, I guess.
I shaved it up the back, too. See, Robin? Obviously trying to squash those gay rumors.
Yeah.
Yes, I was wrong.
What were you thinking?
He's got a head of shocking white hair with black roots.
It's a fight wig.
Yeah. It looks like a wig, right?
I'm trying to scare people away.
He likes it, though.
It's very Warholian, if you...
No, I don't have to. I could get it colored if I didn't like it.
Well, they stripped all the color out of it, though, didn't they?
Went totally white.
Did they strip the color of it, or is that a color, actually?
No, it's just like whatever you call it.
What is
Take
it?
the color out.
Well, I think you look really good, man.
Oh, Howard.
It definitely takes to get used to.
I think you look handsome.
You should have seen it. You think it looks like a wig now. We left my hair really long when we first did it.
Yeah.
So I had like this hair like down to here. It was all white. And
I wonder what the reaction is. And where's Robin Radzinski? She's a woman, too. I'm interested in women's reactions. Obviously, Robin, you...
Richard likes it.
Did Richard see it?
Yeah.
Oh, he likes it?
But he has purple hair, so...
Yeah.
Andy Warhol mated with a broom.
You know what? Like, as you're walking around with it, I'm getting a little used to it. Because you remember, like, when Madonna first dyed her hair blonde, and you were like, oh, man. What's that all about? Robin's in shock. She's just staring.
I think all Robins are in shock.
I love Ralph.
Yeah.
He looks like Andy Warhol.
Yeah. You think Andy Warhol.
God, he was a great artist.
So you don't like it, Robin?
Fabian's not.
You don't like it?
I liked it. You know what? Anything Ralph could have done would have been an improvement.
She's not even looking at him.
No, seriously, when he took his hat off, were you like, hey, that's an attractive guy, or were you just
I
like...
thought it's cool. I like tattoos and...
You like all that stuff? Yeah, all right.
But you didn't look at it and say, oh, wow, Ralph looks better.
She seems to be indicating that she thinks he looks better.
She's staring at him like he's a lab rat.
I can't hear her. Yes?
You know what? If it wasn't Ralph, I'd probably like it a lot better.
Look, she's like getting it from all angles. Robin's like on her knees looking at it. She's looking at it.
It'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better no matter what angle you're at.
It'll take some getting used to. She's squinting. She's like.
See, she's a nice person and she's doing anything not to have an adverse reaction.
I think she'd tell me if she hated it.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would. You would.
Yeah, I would.
Robin's honest with me.
Yeah.
She's telling me far worse. It takes some getting used to. I mean,
I don't know. She's enamored with Ralph.
Yeah, I think you're in love with Ralph.
Even when he came back from the wedding and he had done all those douchey things.
I know, she told me he was
like,
great.
Oh, he was so great.
Wait, she was doing those douchey things with me, too,
So, Ralph, what styles did you turn down?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, what colors did you go through?
I had pictures. I had, like...
Is this what you wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you were going to get a mohawk.
No, Fabian wanted me to get a mohawk.
Oh, I see.
I mean,
You never said you were thinking of coloring your hair to me.
He's been saying it all along, actually, to me.
Yeah, but I mentioned it.
He was afraid to bring it up to you.
Yeah.
He was afraid it might set you
Did he ever
off.
have, like, regular colors in mind, or was it always going to be this way?
It was always this. This is going to be blonde or white.
I was thinking a little blonde, but I don't know. If you're going to do it, you might as well just...
You got gray hair now.
Free flag.
Yeah, who wants gray hair?
You know, the only thing is...
You look like an old man. Now, why did you leave the roots black? I don't understand that.
I don't know. I just thought it looked cool. I didn't want it all white.
Right.
I left all this, too, like, underneath here.
Yeah, you left it black.
Like all that.
Yeah, well, you're cool, man.
He actually had to go in and, like,
all right,
color this.
Okay, you know what? Because this is radio, no one can see it. And you know, it
really is. From this side, he looks just like Andy Warhol.
Yeah. This is good TV, bad radio. So I'm going to excuse you now, Ralph. And now that you've unveiled your hair. And you know what it is? You got what you wanted. You got some attention. You got attention.
Yeah. It's a lot to go through.
Very good. All right, thank you, Ralph. You certainly will attract a lot of attention now. There he goes. Look how stupid he is.
Oh, man.
He's stupid. He's a moron. He's an idiot. Anyway, I thought you'd get a kick out of that, seeing that bright and early.
Well, it certainly woke me up.
What did you think of that, Fred? And don't worry, Fred, we'll get to you. But
I figured that.
What did you think of that?
I still can't talk.
Yeah, you can't talk about that? Jackie?
He made me feel very old. Because I just do not understand.
I don't know, man. It's like, I don't think that works for him. I really don't.
It doesn't.
No.
Well, you got to wait. In all fairness to Ralph, as stupid as he is, you got to give it a day or two to let it sink in. No?
Now, a haircut is not supposed to have everybody going when they first see it.
That's your first impression.
If your wife walked in and that was your reaction, you'd send her right back to the beauty parlor.
Well, I know that when I saw Richard's purple hair.
I found somebody in the hall who loves it. But you know
when I first saw Richard's purple hair, I hated it, and now I like it.
No, Richard's purple hair I liked. This, I'm not crazy.
Really?
If you didn't know me, and just kind of...
I wish.
You wish, huh?
Yeah.
Can't go back, huh?
Yeah, I can't go back at this point. I'm in too deep. All right, good for you. Let's see, take off your glasses. Let's see what you look like without your glasses. You know, get the whole... uglier than ever. Your nose looks as big as it. Yeah.
Cool. Glasses definitely go with the hair.
So who else said they liked it? Who was out there in the hall?
I forget that new intern.
We have a new intern?
The one who on Metrex.
Oh,
yeah.
Jillian.
Scott's intern.
Yeah. She likes it?
Yeah. So she loves it.
Really? Well, there you go.
I like it.
Just stand in the other room then.
You look like the villain from a beach movie. You know?
Yeah, the bad surfer.
Yeah. Evil surfer gets killed right up front.
Okay.
We got to take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to find out what happened when Fred walked off the show yesterday.
I was shocked to see Fred here today.
Yeah, well, I knew he was coming, and I ended up speaking to Fred last night.
How did that happen?
Well, I'm going to give you the whole story. I'll give you the whole story.
Okay.
And as everyone knows, Fred, much in the fashion of Robin, who walked off the show, Fred now walked off the show.
And today's Jack.
And Fred kept walking.
Yeah, Fred didn't stop. I know where the door is. Fred
Let's be
went
honest.
through it.
Jackie was the first one to ever walk off the show.
That's true, and he stayed away for a whole day.
Yeah. He needed a personal day. And Robin then walked off the show recently, this week.
Only for a few minutes.
And then managed to come back. To compose herself and then come back. She needed a little rest. And Fred, we've yet to unveil the mystery of Fred.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what happened when we get back.
I think that Fred was just trying to reclaim the #1 spot
No.
as the wackiest person on the show.
I can't do that. I've seen your book.
Let's, let's come back and I'll tell you what I know.
All right.
I'll tell you what I know to be true.
Okay.
All right, after these words. All right, so you know you like these guys.
I like some of their stuff, not all of them.
All right, you like it all.
When they're good, they're good.
The whole album is good.
When they're bad,
no, they're not bad. Here's somebody says, "Hey, Howard, you stupid son of a bitch. You don't need all that crap to ride your bike. I've been riding 40 miles a day for 5 years. I ride in a pair of shorts and a T-shirt and an old mountain bike. Blow off those idiots and just ride." Maybe they got a point. I don't know.
I mean, what is the objective you're going for here?
I don't know. Here's a big headline in the newspaper. Jon Stewart show canceled. It's the big headline today. The ecstasy. Yeah. Like he was going to win over somebody. Now to Fred. Fred walked off the show yesterday, and here's what happened as far as I can tell. As you know, Fred, we were in the middle of a commercial.
Yes.
And whenever I do the Iowa Mini System commercial, Fred yells out, Mini System.
Okay.
You know, he always does that.
Yeah.
So it was getting on my nerves, and I said, Fred, don't do it anymore. Don't yell out Mini System. It's hard enough to get through these commercials. So he says, oh, yeah? Well, I'm just doing it because I'm tired.
Well, I was trying to make a joke.
Right, you were making a joke about... Robin stormed off the show because she was tired.
Right.
She goes, I'm tired. So that was pretty funny. And Fred saying I'm tired was funny.
Right, and so somebody said, well, if you're so tired...
I said it.
Leave.
I said, if you're so tired, why don't you leave? So Fred goes, okay. He picks up his bag and he walks out. Now, the appropriate thing to do would have been to go into the bathroom.
Right.
And, you know, wait 2 minutes and then come back.
Or even pretend that you're leaving,
Yeah.
you know, and walk out the door.
Right, and then stay, hey, how long do I want to carry this on?
Yeah.
Or to really leave if you're pissed. Now, Fred, to me, Fred was probably a little pissed, because sometimes he gets angry, because sometimes I let Billy say whatever he wants, and I know Fred's like, you know, what's the matter? Can't I say what I want?
Yeah, I had a great debate going on in my head last night as to whether Fred was really pissed. Or
he was a little
pissed.
pissed.
It was a joke.
I wish I was there.
He was a little pissed. And stop debating in your head, because you know what that leads to.
Running on your zone.
Yeah, mental illness.
People in here, I could have a great debate.
Running on your face, painting.
Yeah, you know, last time you started debating, you led to a whole book.
I ran on your face.
Right. So, anyway, so Fred was like a little miffed, but he thought, hey, screw it. I'm a man of my word. You know, I'm going to leave. And he left. Once he left, he felt really stupid.
I would imagine.
Because, number one, as even Ralph said to me this morning, it wasn't even funny.
It was stupid enough sitting in my office. So
yeah, right. I mean, weren't you embarrassed after you left and now you had to work your way back into the show?
Right, yeah. Then you got to figure out how to get back in.
Yeah, and I knew that was going on. I said, oh, look what Robin did now. She got up and left, and now she's got to work her way back onto the show. And that's worse, because you're embarrassed.
And you got to take the heat of everything you just said.
And you feel stupid.
Right, it was dumb.
So Fred evidently went home yesterday and felt real stupid. Now, I had forgotten that Fred walked off the show because I was busy trying to rehabilitate my ankle.
So you were caught up in your ankle last night.
I come back to my house, and there's 30 messages on my door because I taped the messages to my door. Laura, my assistant, tapes them to the door, and it says, you know, here we got $10 million worth of computer equipment, but we tape stuff to the door.
Bill with the paper.
It's the only way it works for me. I got to have pieces of paper. So, taped to the door is message from Gary. Howard, what the hell's going on with Fred? I tried to call him. What's really going on? Give me the scoop.
Oh, so Gary couldn't get a hold of him?
No one could. Everyone tried, and I had, quite frankly, forgotten about it. I just figured Fred would show up today or not show up today.
Well, I have to admit, it occurred to me a couple of times to call Fred to see what was going on, but I got too busy.
Okay. So then I was talking to our agent, who was also Fred's agent, and he goes, what's going on with Fred?
Because I talked to him.
Yeah, so Robin evidently talked to Don, our agent, and I said, well, I normally wouldn't talk to you about it, and Robin probably wouldn't either, but she saw you, so...
Yeah, I just happened to be in the office, and it had just happened.
Yeah, so I said, look, I don't know what's going on, and evidently Fred had talked to... Fred, you spoke to our agent?
Yes.
Yeah, and so evidently Fred must have been embarrassed.
Because I was calling him. Actually, he must have just spoken to Robin, because I was calling him.
Right. So evidently, this was all going on, and like...
Simultaneously.
And I just said, I said, maybe I'll call Fred up, because you know what? He's probably feeling like a real jerk. He probably feels like an imbecile for what he did. 'Cause this is what it was sounding like to me. I was trying to read between the lines here, and it seems like Fred was feeling stupid because he walked off the show.
A little stupid.
And when he walked off, quite frankly, I got pissed off yesterday because, hey, here's the news. Fred's supposed to play sound effects. You know, despite kidding Fred around, he has a function on the show. And he's supposed to do his function, and he's decided now he's going to take matters into his own hands and walk off the show. And Chiasano was mad.
Yeah.
I got Tom over. Tom didn't know whether to be mad or not, but I told Tom to be mad, and Tom started getting mad. Tom goes, well, what do you think of this Fred leaving? I go, I'll tell you what I think. I think it's bull. I don't like it. And then Tom was like, ballistic. I said, I think you ought to speak to Fred about it. And then Tom was like, really? Okay, I'll speak to him. I'm mad, too.
Yeah, all of a sudden he had a function.
Yeah. Then I was goofing, but I realized that, hey, Tom probably did call Fred, and now Fred was really in a panic.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tom called Fred.
Yeah, I had to talk to him.
Because Tom now had a whole bunch of messages on my door. You better call me about Fred. So I said, uh-oh. Fred's in a panic. And I know Fred, when he gets nervous, he's like a dog.
He goes to the mattresses.
Yeah.
I go in the closet and hide in the shoes.
Right. That's what happened.
Can't take a hit on the nose.
So at this point, I had said to myself when I was speaking to my agent that I would probably call Fred, but then I was kind of like, so I'll just see him tomorrow. I'm sure he's okay. But then when I spoke to Tom, I realized Fred's got to be in a panic.
Oof.
He's got to be a nervous wreck because he's spoken to Tom, and Tom has told him that he thought it was bull.
What did Tom say? I can't even imagine.
What did Tom say to you, Fred? Well, I know you were feeling real dumb at this point because you said, I think you felt, hey, this has gotten out of hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First thing I did was like I threw myself on the mercy of the court, and I said to Tom immediately as soon as he answered, I go, Tom, I apologize. It was very unprofessional, and I'm sorry.
Right.
And he said apology accepted.
Well, what was going through your mind? You left here.
Yeah.
What was the deal? Were you angry?
I was a little miffed.
Yeah, he was. He was miffed. I knew he was miffed.
Yeah.
There was some truth in there.
Of course. But you take that little bit of truth.
Yeah, what are you angry about?
You take a little bit of that truth. Who knows?
I think it's that whole thing between him and Billy because they're both voice guys, and Billy sometimes gets a little more leeway.
You know what I think? I think Fred was really tired.
Yeah. Were you tired, Fred?
No, I wasn't.
Maybe you were tired. Seriously.
As wacky as he is, he knows that that's no excuse.
I'd love to use that excuse.
Meanwhile, as soon as Fred left, we got about 550 faxes from people who wanted to replace Fred.
The phone went crazy.
Yeah.
In fact, you have a fax in front of you for a guy who wants Fred's job. He's applying.
Yeah. And the thing is that, Fred, you can't be so damn insecure. I mean, just because they give Billy more carte blanche with the voices, you get carte blanche with the writing and the sounds and everything else. Right. It's just, and he's here 3 days a week, you're here 5.
No.
You really think it's a Billy thing?
It was a little of everything. I don't know.
I think what it was yesterday was just one of those things where I was just doing the same silly crap that I usually do.
Right.
And
all right, so I had to find a quick way to tell you.
I got a little annoyed.
Right.
And I'm going like, okay, let's make a joke out of it. And you seem to get more annoyed. And then I tried to make another joke out of it, and then Robin piled on, and it was like...
Did Robin pile on? I don't recall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did she say?
Well, I was the one who told him to leave, actually.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, go ahead and leave.
Oh.
There you go. So.
And then you left.
And then I left.
And then how soon after you left did you feel stupid for leaving?
About 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Usually you're at the elevator and you don't know what to do.
Yeah, now it's like, hey, I can't be I just said to myself, you know what?
Now.
I'm not going to be a big shot here. I said, Fred put himself in a position. Fred's a real fan of the show. Fred's loyal to the show. Nobody loves the show more than Fred.
Absolutely.
So I just said, you know what? He's probably feeling like a real douche.
Yeah.
And since he's not man enough to call me, which he was supposed to, everyone had recommended that he call me, and since he's not man enough.
Still didn't call?
Yeah, of course not, because he can't confront reality. He's from Mars.
I'm shocked.
But,
so I said, you know what? Let me call. I said, let me calm the guy down. Let me be a human being. Because the guy's going to be a mess. Yeah, I know you did. And then I called up and I got your wife on the phone. I said, let me speak to that kook.
What did he have to tell her? I would have loved to have been at your house yesterday.
Yeah.
He had to tell his wife what he did.
I don't know. Did you tell your wife what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she fell on the floor and then I picked her up.
Right.
Luckily she wasn't home.
At what point, when you stood up, had you planned on leaving for home when you stood up, or were you just going to the bathroom, or?
No, I was just going to pick up my bag and just start walking, and nobody seemed to stop me, so I kept going.
By the way, we ate your food.
Well, that's good. I hated to see it go to waste.
We ate your power bar, and that was pretty good. You got another one?
I might.
That's all right.
I got rice cake.
So I called up Fred, and I just said, Fred.
Now, what time of the afternoon is this?
This was 7 o'clock at night. Because I had just gotten in. I was out, and then I had to go make a bunch of phone calls. There was a whole bunch of things going on. I was on the phone to Hollywood. I had business to take care of. I really did.
And then you had to deal with Fred.
And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, the Fred thing. And I said, you know what? I'm really tired. I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed. And then I said, well, hey, you know, the guy's going to be uncomfortable the whole night. What does he need to be uncomfortable for? So I figured...
He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, I felt bad for the guy. You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I called him up and I said, Fred, you kook. What are you doing?
So what did he say to you?
He goes, oh, I don't know what I did. I said, you know what? Let's not have a conversation about this. Let's just forget about it and, you know, feel comfortable to come in tomorrow.
Would you have felt uncomfortable coming in today if he had called? What would you have done?
Well, what would I thought you were talking to Howard.
No, you.
What would I have done?
Were you coming in?
I was coming in.
No, he was coming in.
Oh,
I got the impression he was coming
in. Tom told me to come in.
Right. So my life yesterday is bad ankles, Hollywood, and babysitting Fred. So that was the Fred story.
There you go.
You know, and I know I could have been a real dick about it, and you know, I could have carried on and told him how unprofessional I thought it was and all of that.
Oh, but that wouldn't have been fair.
But yeah, who cares? I mean, I don't, you know, really, you know, I'm not going to get into that with anybody. I really just don't want to get into it.
Well, that's why I was saying it wouldn't have been fair. You never got into it with me. How could you get into it with me?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even want to deal with any of that reality of people's problems and stuff. I'm not a problem solver. I say everyone deal with Tom.
And I usually don't come to you with those.
Right. Deal with Tom. So that's why I say even Jackie leaves the show, Robin, Fred.
We never know if Jackie's coming back.
Right.
We think he's gone, then he shows up.
Right.
That's always
so from now on, everyone deal with Tom. That's his job. He's in management. I'm not. Funniest thing was as soon as Fred left, Billy took Fred's seat and sat in it for the last hour of the show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't know what cards to put.
Yeah, well,
didn't know anything
I was training him.
There you go.
Fred, man, don't do that again.
Okay.
People were jumping in that seat faster than you know.
I tell you.
Yeah. Billy's looking for 5 days a week.
He's always been a bloodsucker.
Actually, Howard came up with a name right away of who to call. I didn't hate to tell you that, but he was right away going, oh, he doesn't want this job, fine.
Who is it?
Well, it was Cronin.
Cronin?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding.
I like him.
Okay.
Hey, he's not you, but I like him.
You're entitled.
I'd rather have you, but if I can't have you, I'll have to just go to someone else.
If you got to go with Cronin, go with Cronin.
Yeah. Poor Cronin turned around in Kansas last night around 11 o'clock when he found out you were coming in.
He did a Huey.
Yeah. He already packed from California. He was here.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah. Sorry, Mark. Fred wants his job back. Cronin. Yeah. Well, there it is. That's the story of Fred.
Woo, Fred.
And here's a fax I received. Is frightening Fred out of his freaking mind or what? What's going on? There must be a virus loose in the studio or something. First, Robin storms out of the studio, then Fred leaves his duties for reasons known only to him. When am I going to see someone that I can't stand storm out of the studio like Ralph and never return? Yeah, that we don't have.
That's never going to happen.
No. Guess I spoke too soon when I said yesterday that Fred's dormant. Should have known it wouldn't last.
So this was the guy that pushed me over the edge.
I think he left to blow up a federal building or something. Fred's behavior is more frightening than the Nicole Simpson-Ron Goldman autopsies could ever be. He gave douche chills to a parking meter with his moods. Somehow Siobhan seems more stable. I'd do anything for Fred's job, anything. I'd brush Fafa Foey's teeth with my fingers. I'd wash the joke man's feet with my hair. I'd French kiss that yenta Cindy Adams and that cow Liz Smith. If I was 9-inch Norris, I'd chain myself to the cart machines and never leave Madison Avenue. She's got the best job on earth outside of Robin, that is. By the way, Robin, I'd like to take this time to tell you that you did surpass Fred in the frightening genre, only for a little while, though. Fred reclaimed his crown in record time. Oh, what a surprise.
When the challenge is issued.
I'd like to apply for Fred's job. Here's what I can do. I can pouch my food when I eat, or at least I'm willing to learn. I can also pour syrup on my waffles and only eat the parts where the syrup fell onto. Need I go on?
You see, I innovated all this.
Yeah. I can also not play the sound effects during appropriate times and demand that people stay the hell away from my bag-o tricks.
But you got to know when to do it.
Yeah. And I can also write an occasional bit or two. This guy thinks he can blend right into the K-Rock family. By the way, Jackie's overdoing quitting the show for a day, isn't he? That's from King of All Polacs.
It's not November yet.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
I don't know. Did Tom have a closed-door meeting with Jackie yesterday?
I don't know. Was that going on? Jackie probably looking for Fred's salary as soon as he quit.
I know. I was waiting for someone.
I got to do twice the work now.
He wouldn't budge.
Was Jackie in and closed the room?
I don't know. I saw the Jokeland room door close for a second after Tom went in, and I didn't know whether Jackie was in there or not.
Is that right, Jack?
He just asked me real quick, was this some kind of bit? And I said, no, if it is...
Tom, the investigator. I see.
did see that go on. I didn't know what was happening.
You know, Tom had already discussed it with me. I informed him it wasn't a bit. So then he goes to Jackie. Has to.
Well, I'm sure it was before that. I think it was...
I see. Tom, the investigative reporter. Tom is so involved in this show. It's just so great to have all of his help. I can't tell you...
No, we just kind of met in the hall.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a wonderful man he is. He just can't keep his mouth shut. He just can't do it. As much as I begged him to act like he's not even here, he can't.
He gets involved.
He gets involved.
Well, when I talked to him, it seemed like he wasn't...
That's like yesterday. I had another upsetting thing happen. I mean, after I get off the air, there's a whole show going on. I wish I could bring the cameras around with me. You should just see the show that goes on. That's more interesting than what goes on in the air. I'm sitting there, and Gary tells me that one of our affiliates, one of the stations that carry us, has decided to... You know when we come back from commercial and it goes, you're back with the Howard Stern Show, we have the music playing?
Yeah.
One of our affiliates, the San Diego station, decided to not play those. They cut their own.
So what did they do?
Well, I blew my stack. I said, wait a second. What are you telling me? The program director actually goes to the trouble of cutting out our IDs.
Show.
You know, where the deep voice guy comes on and goes, you're back with the Howard Stern Show, and then like 9 Inch Nails plays or something. He decided, took it upon himself to cut that out and change the show to his liking.
Wow.
So, now, this guy's got 20 hours to worry about that I'm not on. And he decided, so we called up, and I was in a fit. I wanted to take a hammer to the guy's head. I wanted to take an OJ knife out. This is the show. This is the package you buy.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
So Gary evidently called the guy with me not in the room. And there was a whole bunch of calls made. And it turned out that the program director decided that he doesn't like that guy's voice because it's a typical deep voice. It's a top 40 voice. The deep voice.
He doesn't think it fits the format.
Yeah, he doesn't think it fits the format of our show.
But he does like the music.
Yeah, good. That's good. And can you imagine?
Science to this?
Can you imagine? And you're sitting and listening to this and going, oh, my God, this is like every moron that I've ever had to deal with in my career.
Yeah, there are certain voices.
Format. They think they know what's good for this show better than I do.
This show has no format.
And imagine the trouble you have to go to cut out our IDs and insert these new IDs. Where is his IDs? Why don't they send me those so I can hear his?
He's sending them.
Yeah, good. But I want to hear those.
I spoke to the general manager yesterday. He was going to look into it.
He's going to look into it.
Do it though.
Why would you wait? I would fire the program director. I would fire the program director.
But we talk over some of that music.
Well, he probably edits that out as well. I mean, everyone decides that they're going to be involved with the success of the Howard Stern Show or the failure of the Howard Stern Show. And we try to tell them, stay away from the Howard Stern Show. Don't do local weather, don't do local news, don't do local... Just play the show the way it airs. Oh, no, you don't understand. We don't think that deep voice guy fits... Yeah, well, that's part of the joke. We don't think it fits either.
It's a weird voice.
Yeah, we like it. And if we like it, my audience likes it. And I know more about radio, at least when it comes to this show, than any program director in the world knows. I'm the program director of this show. I am the genius of me.
Oh!
All right? Whatever it is, that's the show you buy. If you didn't like the deep voice guy, don't buy the show. So in San Diego, evidently, they're busy re-editing this show or editing the show and getting in this special announcer of theirs that they think fits.
I can't wait to hear what they fit in there.
Well, you got to wait to hear to see how much this guy concentrated on this and how he thinks that's going to affect the ratings of the show. This is what's wrong with program directors. They know zero. Squat.
He wasn't the only guy doing it, I got another city.
Really?
But the other city, when I called them, they were like, okay, we'll go back to what you guys said.
Why would they do that? Why would they keep that from me? Why don't they discuss it with me if they have a problem? Why would they lie? Why are they such morons? They read my book, make every program director read my book, and see how stupid they look. That's like, I wrote 20 different examples of my career of program directors who behave like morons and why they're stupid. And then the new generation of program directors is the same as the last generation of program directors. They're all moronic.
Because to get involved with such a small part of it.
Well, they're going to be involved in some way, so that if when the show takes up, they go, I helped them out. I reformatted it a little bit to my liking.
Well, I think you have a really good point there. I think a lot of these program directors are sort of bummed out that for 4 hours or 5 hours every morning, they really don't have anything to do with what goes on their airwaves.
But here's the good news. They have 20 hours that they can be involved in, and usually the 20 hours they're involved in are the ones that can't get ratings.
Right, the 4 hours in the morning are usually the hardest. Now you've taken it away, they don't have to deal with it anymore.
And God forbid they have to go back to then running the 4 hours in the morning. You'll see what ratings they get. Get out of my freaking way. I don't want you touching the show. It's like saying, well, you don't like I don't know, you don't like certain routines. You're going to edit them out. You can't do that. This is the show you're buying. Where do you see idiots like this? What country are they living in? Use your brain.
Know what? That's like somebody getting the Jerry Seinfeld show and deciding that they don't like his stand-up that week. And they cut that out and they put their own in.
Yeah, we got a local guy we think is a little better than Jerry, a little stronger, fits the format.
We generally like the show, but we just don't like that part.
So moronic, I can't tell you. I mean, it's so embarrassing to tell you this story. And I got to hear about it through some listener or the grapevine. We always get word somehow.
It's always a listener.
Yeah, it's never from the program director. They know they're doing wrong, because otherwise they tell us. And they all want to think, hey, this is my airwaves, and I'll do what I want. But that's not the concept. When you buy a syndicated program,
control of you.
Yeah, they got to be involved somehow. Can you imagine? What is the name of the program director in San Diego, and how old is he?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, give me his age. Give me some stats. Give me his phone number. Let's call him on the air. Let's ask him some questions. I want to know why he thinks he's smarter than I am.
Oh, he's at home probably.
I've done a lot in my career. I have won ratings in toilet bowls. I have taken stations from 0 to the top of the ratings heap. I want to know why he thinks he knows better than me.
But, it is sort of insidious. It's just putting his imprint on the program in some small way.
Yeah, I mean, a meaningless, stupid way. I mean, he might as well just cut our cable, like the guy in Cleveland, because he's doing as much damage to me. I just want to know the guy who thinks he's so damn friggin' intelligent. He's seen the success of this show, and now all of a sudden he's going to...
That's his name and home number.
Kevin Stapleford. Get him on the line and tell him I need to speak with him, because he's such a genius. I want to know what he's up to.
The other thing is that what would he say? I mean, suppose he had never done anything, but he was sitting there secretly feeling that this deep voice guy was the wrong guy, and our ratings didn't go up. Then he'd say, Howard, what you need to do
is get rid of the deep voice guy. He's killing you. I mean, does anybody think a guy saying, you're back with the Howard Stern show
means anything to the ratings?
Yeah. Guy's got a nice professional voice. He says it very well.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it's always inside things.
He always says goofy things.
Is he writing goofy things?
Yes. Oh, yeah, and writing his own goofy things.
Right.
Oh, my Lord of Lou.
I can't wait.
I want to read.
Kevin, it's Gary from Howard Stern's office. I know it's a little early in the morning. Do you have a moment? Could you come to the phone? Kevin?
He's talking to a machine.
Kevin?
Everybody with the machine.
Yes, Kevin, if you could call us back as soon as you get a chance, I'd do it.
Just keep talking to the machine. He'll pick up. Give him a chance.
Wake up. We know you're there.
Yeah, you can't hide.
You have nowhere else to go.
This is it. We've cornered you.
Yeah. We want you.
Kevin? I know it's 4 in the morning, but I'm sure you're up.
Why don't you call the station? I'm sure they have the tapes there that they can play for us.
Call us back, Kevin.
Kevin.
There's a name we know and love.
Yeah.
Many Kevins in our lives.
Let me take a break and see if I can't get somebody on the phone.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he wrote to put in the show.
Yeah, I want to hear how he's changing my show.
He's out in San Diego, funnier than you.
Yeah. Why don't I retire so he can entertain all of America? All right, we'll take a break and we'll be back right after this. Ralph, I spilled some water on the floor. Can you mop it up with your head?
Ralph has changed his look.
All right.
It's hard to look at him right now.
Yeah. So, here's a fax that you should hear. Continental Cablevision, which is in Westchester, New York. They run the E! channel. They advertise Howard Stern show at 11 o'clock every night. You know how E! runs promos all day. And then at 11 o'clock when the show comes on, Continental Cablevision of Westchester blocks out the cable information and Actually blocks out the show and
I was
runs
going to say,
cable
the
information.
signal is not there? You don't get the show?
No, you get a cable information. You get a cable guide.
Oh, so they just slap up...
Yeah. But evidently our show is not acceptable at 11 o'clock at night. What is it?
Well, Gary wanted me to let you know that he's still on the phone with the San Diego station.
Yeah.
They're just jerking him around.
Why?
He's been on the phone the whole break, and they're just like, they're screwing around with him.
Well, all right, so forget it. They're a bunch of jerks. And I don't want jerks sitting and writing material for my show and inserting it. Those are the same goofballs that are ruining my show.
But you see, that's what happens. Those guys have to answer to that program director.
Yeah, I know. And contractually, they're not even allowed to edit my show. They're not allowed to touch the show. And I don't know what they're doing. Don't touch the show, morons. Run the tape. How much more clear can I make it? Christ's sakes, people are stupid. As if, we're back with the Howard Stern show. Whoever's voice that is going to make a difference in the ratings. Jesus Christ, use your brains. And let's see what you're doing with the rest of the station. Get some ratings there, and then maybe you'll have some credibility with me.
That was the age-old argument. Even the Incubus, you said, well, you just don't sound like the rest of the station.
Yeah, well, don't worry about the rest of the station. Don't
worry about the rest of the station. Don't worry about the
weird
show.
people in San Diego.
What are they doing?
So I called up, and some guy answered the phone. I was asking for the morning show producer, because you don't have his name and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? Who? So I guess they were yanking me around a little bit. So then the guy says, hey, I got to run the show. He put me on hold. Then I got hung up on.
Yeah.
Then I called back, and I was on hold through the whole break.
That's great.
And then he came back, and he says, I'm not coming on the air.
All right, do me a favor. Whenever they start calling us and asking for help, and when they need something, they need information, just hang up on them. When they need commercials recorded, hang up on them.
He says that we have to talk to management. He's not allowed to talk on the air. And I said, all we want to do is hear the bumpers that you guys have been playing.
Play along. What are they doing over there? That they don't know. That they don't have a sense of humor about.
It's just very interesting also, the kind of, we worry about the way people treat people on the phones here.
Yeah.
They work with Gary.
It was really
hanging up on it.
It was really rude because when I called back, some other guy picked up the phone, and I said, I need to speak to Drew. And he goes, he's on another phone. And I said, well, what can I do about getting to this one?
Good. All right. Look, I don't have time to waste for that. Just make sure that that's not going on anymore.
Well, it's not definite. I'm waiting for the general manager to call me back. He said that
That's great.
He said, I'm not aware of every aspect that goes on in the station.
And this just drains me and just gets me sick of being in radio because I got to work with imbeciles. Just take care of it. Jesus Christ. Tell the general manager. I got to get guys in with brains who know what they're doing.
Everybody has to be gotten into line.
Yeah,
I don't want after a month or two.
How much brains?
Doing things.
How much brains do you need to run the show? I'm dealing with 18 Tom Chiasanos in 18 different cities. I had to train him for 7 years, and I got to train every market we go into. Ay vey. And they're writing jokes for their announcers to read. I can imagine these jokes.
I know the rest of the station must be hysterical.
It's great. It must make me real funny. Thanks for helping me. Don't mess with the show. I put a lot of effort into this show. I put a lot of thought into what that deep voice announcer says. I put a lot of thought into every element of this program.
If they know so much about how to do morning radio, what'd they hire us for?
I don't know. They obviously didn't know how to do it because they were failing in the ratings, which is why they brought me in the first place. So if you were doing so great before me with your senses of humor, why would you now mess with my sense of humor? Oh, I can imagine what they're saying. I can imagine. It must be a laugh riot every time we come back. Oh, man. Maybe there's a listener who can call and tell me what they play.
Or maybe somebody's got it on tape. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice to hear.
What happened to the program director from San Diego? He was on the phone, but...
Gone?
Now he's gone. I don't know what happened there. I got Sandy Korn waiting to come in. She changed her name.
What is this new name?
Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just see if I can get this program director on real quick. I want to find out what his deal is. Gary's working on it.
Sandy making her big move into the movies.
Yeah, she looks really good.
Did you ever think she'd get this far?
No. I thought she was washed up, quite frankly.
She reinvented herself.
Does this, Well, I don't know what's going on. We had the San Diego program director on, the one who's been creatively changing my show over the last couple of months.
Maybe in that break he figured out why we wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, probably. But so what?
He doesn't want to face it.
He should be proud of his decision. Could someone call me and tell me what's going on? Oh, wait, I think this is him. Is this Kevin? Kevin.
Hey.
Hey, man.
You guys hung up on me.
Sorry, we thought you hung up on us. Yeah, that's just our organization. Kevin is our program director in San Diego. Kevin, I got to tell you something. I was shocked. I was just talking it over with my audience. Why would you take a portion of my show as innocuous as we're back with the Howard Stern show and take it upon yourself to edit it out and change it with your own announcer's voice and write your own jokes?
Write my own jokes?
Yeah, why would you write intros and outros for us? We don't ask you to do that.
I just thought that that announcer he sounds kind of cheesy. He sounds like a big generic radio voice.
Right, and that's what we like.
Oh.
That's what we wanted. Why would you buy our show? Now, obviously,
Did you think we couldn't get another announcer?
I mean, what is it?
I thought that you guys had an announcer in New York that fit the station.
Kevin, how old are you?
31.
Okay, let me tell you something. You got to be pretty impressed with my track record in radio, don't you?
Sure.
Okay. Why would you buy a show like ours and sit there and focus in on something as innocuous as the announcer coming back? I mean, focus in on that one little aspect of our show when you have 20 hours of programming the rest of the day. I mean, I know you're not running the #1 station, are you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Why don't you concentrate on the 20 hours that you have full control over and let me worry about the 4 hours? Because I'm pretty smart. I've got a pretty good track record running this show, don't you think?
Sure.
I mean, I've been pretty successful around the country with this program, even with that deep voice announcer. I would imagine it takes up a lot of time sitting and editing our show and editing out our announcer and putting in your own.
Yeah, but, we actually have to do some editing around the commercial breaks because we're cutting out your live spot.
Right, that's fine. But why would you then edit out...
In terms of why we are focusing on that one thing,
yes,
because we're already editing around that one thing anyway.
Right, and you're going to. But why wouldn't you call me and say we're going to ask of your program?
Well, what do you think of Chan?
I mean, I go to a lot of trouble to create funny lines for him to say once in a while. I like the sound of his voice. Like the fact it's an old time. It's kind of we goof on the voice.
Yeah.
You understand? Why would you buy a show like ours and then begin to change it? Why would you think that you are smarter than I am? Why would you possibly think that? Did you have a morning show before ours?
Yes, we did.
Okay, you did. How was that doing, that morning show? I assume it was doing badly because you brought us in.
Right, the rest of the station did great morning show stuff.
Right, so why wouldn't you allow me to do whatever it is I do for you?
To be honest with you, I just thought that the way those spot breaks were, since we had to cut stuff out anyway, we had to cut out your call letters in New York anyway.
No, don't think. Don't think. I'm asking you not to think for the 4 hours in the morning. I'm asking you to think about the rest of the day. I beg of you, just run the show. Whenever you go, hey, wouldn't it be great if we had a local traffic report or a local weather report or a local news guy to make a few jokes? Don't do it.
Okay.
I'll promise you, the quicker you get back into my show the way I intended it to be, the better we're going to do. Give me my fair shot in San Diego, okay?
Sure, of course. But what bugs me a little bit, though, is that, this is something we did not think was a problem, and so I didn't think it was part of your show, so...
Of course it's part of my show. It says we're back with the Howard Stern show, or it makes a funny joke, or we have a celebrity say something.
Right, but yesterday, or 2 days ago when Gary called me, I said, let me send you what we're actually doing so you know, and if I can get input from you... And
please... No. The reason you called is because we called first and said we found you out. We discovered what you were doing.
No, I'm saying Gary called us.
Yeah.
Gary called me, and I said, let me send you what we're doing, because I think what we're doing you won't have any problem with.
No.
And he said, fine, send what you're doing.
Because it's not Gary's job to chastise you. But do me a favor. Listen to me. Forget Gary. We've never talked directly.
No.
What I need you to do, because if you read... Have you ever read my book?
Yes.
You ever read about the program directors in my book? I bet you thought they were pretty dumb, right?
Yes.
All right. This is one of the dumber things I've heard.
Oh, come on.
No, this has got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. It's dumb. Why would you change that aspect of the show? Why would you put energy into that?
Why would you imagine that we couldn't have any announcer we wanted?
And wouldn't it be safe to say that I know what kind of announcer I should have?
Well, speaking of that, Howard, you know who's on the phone who's really angry?
Who?
Paul Turner.
The announcer.
Oh, he's so upset.
Paul, you there?
Hey, Howard.
Yeah, this guy's funny. And then when I do a bit with him on the air and I talk about how funny his voice is, he's got the big, deep voice, it won't make sense to the audience in San Diego. You'll have to edit that out as well. You follow what I'm saying, Kevin?
I follow what you're saying, and I don't mean to offend anybody. All I'm saying is that you're asking me why we did it.
All right, but Kevin, listen to me. There are going to be aspects of the show that you will not think are right. You know, when I was on in Washington, D.C., I used to have a program director tell me, don't eat your breakfast on the air because people won't listen. I said, well, you listened, didn't you? She goes, yes, I did, but no one else will. I said, how do you know that, you dumbass?
Right.
And I used to fight with program directors, and I spent my whole life fighting, Kevin. I don't want to fight anymore.
I understand.
You got to trust me, even though you don't like it. I like it. And you got to go with what I like. I know it's hard sometimes.
You know, quite frankly, none of this sounds like the rest of your station.
Right.
So why would you change one little bit of it to try to make it sound like the rest of your station?
Why don't you cut out all the Fred parts?
That's not true, though, because a lot of what you guys do and the attitude you have is completely right for us.
Good.
And I think that that generic voice you have, to me, just sounds a little bit too generic.
It's not generic. See, you misunderstood.
Yeah, we like it.
Well, I understand.
And he's saying stuff that we write for him to say.
Right.
What does he mean by generic voice?
What's that, Paul?
Funny.
Yeah.
What does he mean by generic?
Well, first of all, Kevin doesn't know what's funny, or else Kevin would be doing my job and I'd be doing Kevin's job. Kevin really is not a funny guy. You listening to him on the phone, does this sound like a funny guy?
It's 4. You just woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, I understand.
Funnier later.
So if I call you back in about 5 hours, will you be funny?
I'll be really funny.
Yeah, do me a favor, Kevin. I like you. You sound like a reasonable man.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
Thank you.
I need you to leave the show alone.
I understand that.
I need it very badly because as it is, I have to get out. You understand? I'm trying desperately to find a reason to stay in.
We're trying to keep you in radio, and Kevin's trying to get you out of it.
Right.
Yeah, and now you found me out. That was my ulterior
Please,
motive.
Kevin, you know what? You've got so many responsibilities and so much to worry about. It's a responsible job you have. You are running a radio station 24 hours a day. You got weekenders. You got a whole bunch of people that you can influence with your brilliance. You are brilliant. Obviously, in this short conversation, I have realized that you might be the smartest program director I've ever talked to.
You mean that?
Yes, I absolutely do. And I must tell you that when you give your advice to a lot of these young disc jockeys coming up, it probably really helps them.
Thanks, Howard.
But you got to go with me for this dopey 4 hours, okay? Let me be the program director of this 4 hours, okay? You be the program director of all the rest.
We can be a team.
Yeah, in a sense, we're a team. I'll do my thing, you do your thing, okay? And if you have any problems, you be sure to call me.
Okay.
All right, but don't change anything without calling.
You know, I did send you a bunch of CDs about a month ago.
Yes, thank you.
Isn't that nice?
That was very nice, Kevin. And Paul?
Hey, Kevin, you know, you can do some of the things that a lot of the other stations along the line do, like the Eagle in Dallas, for instance. Call me, and if you need some different stuff cut.
No. The Eagle in Dallas does that, Paul?
Well, they have me do. I'm also the voice of their station, coincidentally.
Oh, I see.
Right. So if you need some, not different intros.
But don't do any. No. Hold it. Let's stop for a second here, Paul and Kevin.
Trying to take over.
No. Paul, listen to me. If anybody calls you and says they want special intros during my program,
I call you first.
Call me first, please. Everybody, let's get it to you.
This is the clearinghouse, right?
Oh,
don't bypass.
You're confusing the stupid program director now.
Yeah, please, everybody, just calm down. No, I don't care what you guys do. The rest of the station during my show, it is exactly what I want. I am the Führer of this program. I am the Ubermaster.
The Ubermaster.
Yeah, I am the man who calls the shots on this show. I want Paul Turner reading what I tell him to read.
Exactly.
Just the way he does.
Yeah.
In his own inimitable, generic way.
Okay, Kev, we're straight?
If you're the Ubermaster, what's Robin?
She is the Uber mistress.
Okay.
All right?
Excellent.
All right, everybody, if you feel like you got an urge to change something, don't do it.
Fight the urge?
Fight the urge, Kevin. And believe me, you are
Call
probably...
us, we'll talk you down. It's like one of those 12-step programs.
Kevin, you're probably the smartest program director in the country. But this is one area where you're not really... You're probably very qualified, and I'll probably fail because Paul Turner's voice is on my show. But let me fail on my own, okay? Imagine concentrating on that aspect of the program.
We're going down with Paul.
But we're doing so well so far.
Good. Good. Okay, we got it, Kevin? When you have the urge to add things to the show or change things on the show, or maybe you think maybe we ought to slip a song in once in a while, or maybe have one of the local jocks come on and read the news, skip it. Please, I beg of you, and we'll do just fine. And I know what it is. You're sitting there going, hey, the show's doing well. I would like to somehow
this
say...
is, part of my job, 24 hours a day.
So that when you run into the other program directors, when you all get together in your coven, you could all sit there and go, ooh, guess what? In my San Diego, I helped Howard. I changed the Paul Turner voice to a voice that was more fitting.
Oh, I have input on that show.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what these guys say.
I don't hang out with other program directors.
Oh, you should, because all of them will teach you evil spells.
No, I agree with you.
You guys have been more responsible for people's mental psyches going out the window. If I still had to deal with program directors, my head would be spinning. I would not be in the business. I would have to get out. There was a point where I had to get out.
Right.
All right, Kevin. Listen. You critique the other announcers.
Okay.
Not Paul Turner. Thank you.
Okay.
Kevin, thank you. And Paul, thank you.
Love you, Howard.
Love you.
Love you, Howard.
All right. And you two make up, okay?
Love you, Paul. Love you, Kevin. All right.
Got it. Bye.
See ya.
This is what I deal with. This is what my day is involved with.
You're a lucky person to
lucky man.
deal with all
Can I just say that this should be a lesson to every station?
No, you know what? This still won't be straightened out.
Well, because I know that I'm hearing that in one other market, something like this might be going on.
Where is that going on?
Well, a listener called, so I don't know that it's true, but a listener called and said it's going on in San Jose.
Great. That's Ron Nenny.
But I don't know that it's true. We have to check.
That's great. I wouldn't doubt it, because he is more of a genius than any program director, and he would know best what they should be doing. If it's going on in San Jose, as part of my new contract, I will beg the owner of the station to fire Ron Nenny. Because this is not the first time I've had problems with Ron Nenny. He's such a genius. The Poughkeepsie genius who went to San Jose to mastermind the creation of KOME. Nenny is so frighteningly close to Ninny, I can't even begin to tell you. Check out and see if Nenny is doing that. If not, then I take it.
And also, while we're at Albany, watch it.
Yeah, please.
Because your agent was in Albany the other day, and he called me, heard some weird stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
What's going on there?
I don't know. He thought that they might have been playing some bits during the show.
Please, guys. We're in a business where ratings count. You gotta listen to me on this. And general manager who are paying the bills and paying for this program, use your head, you nitwits. What are you listening to some punks for? You think I don't know what I'm doing? Believe me, when I went to Philadelphia, this all happened. When I went to Los Angeles, I used to call Andy every day.
Oh, yeah?
Andy, don't do it. Don't run the news. Don't do this. I mean, I can't take it. Just run the show. Is Sandy out there? How's she look?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, what am I...
And she's wearing a very, very, very sexy top.
Yeah, well, you tell her the top's coming off, she's going to get in my lap, and I'm going to make out with her and get to third base.
Well, in the Playboy magazine, she says that you never got to check out her goods in person.
Yeah, you want to know something? I'm sick of her teasing me. If she comes in here, she better be prepared to put out.
Have we ever seen her naked?
No.
She comes out, right?
No, yeah, just tell her she's going to come in here, and I don't want to hear about Steven Seagal and a movie and all that crap. Tell her I want to be paid back for all the years I hung in there when she was fat. Now she's completely remade herself. She's gorgeous.
I don't even know this girl.
Yeah, and I want to do stuff to her. Tell her to think up things that she can do to me. We're playing Yellow Pages. My fingers are going to do the walking. I need to relax. And it's her job to relax me today. Let me take a quick break. Tell her a short break, and she thinks she can come in here and be prepared for some sexual activity, because that's what that body's built for. You don't have a Ferrari sitting in your driveway. You take it out for a spin.
Didn't she get married?
Yeah, but that's a sham, I think, that marriage. What is it, Ralph? Get out of here.
Sorry, I didn't ask if I could...
You're going to come in and tell me how beautiful she is?
She looks
all right, good. Get out.
Incredible.
Get out. I don't need you to tell me.
He's like a rubber stamp?
Yeah, you look like a ghost.
And she likes my hair.
Yeah, good. Yeah, she likes it. That's why she's going to marry you.
Anything.
Oh, my God.
I'm pretty sure that marriage is ridiculous.
Well, we'll find out all about it.
Yeah. Jackie, give me some of your finger cots. I'm going to need rubbers on my fingers for my exploration.
Can I watch?
Yeah, all right. Let's take a break, and then I'm going to have a little sex. I'm taking my pants off during this interview.
Is that?
Yeah, so that she has access to my underpants right after this.